that's spelled. Okay. That one. Okay, put it there. First. Okay. Hello, hello. Second to last. Hi, Fonzie. Hello. Happy Friday. Good morning. It is still morning on the East Coast because it's not quite 10 yet. So I can get away with it this morning. I can say good morning. Swarovski, I have a set time. It's not my fault that y'all live in Central and Eastern time zones. It's still early for me. I get it though. I totally understand. I was feeling it too. I'm like, nobody is like live. I had a couple friends who ended up being live. Ash was live. Reggie was live for a little bit. So I can kind of just sit in there and listen. Yay, we're getting a baller raid. I'm so excited. Woohoo. Welcome in, Baller Raiders, W Baller Raiders. I appreciate you. Thank you to Chris for sending in the raid. Um, Good morning, everybody. It is Friday. I hope everybody is doing well. I'm trying to keep the positive because it's gross outside here in Colorado. It's just rainy and cold and nasty looking, but we're here doing the thing. Texas isn't much better. Texas doesn't know what to do when you get cold weather, though. It doesn't tend to be good. I don't know. What are you doing tonight, Megan? Are you giving more trans people orgasms by chance? Oh my goodness, thank you. Oh my gosh, he's a dancing little snail. I love that. A wicked double feature. Oh my god, I'm jealous. We're going tomorrow. So like my plan is after my brother gets off work and my kids are out of school, we're gonna watch the first one again tonight. Just as a refresher, as if we haven't watched it 5 million times over the year, but whatever. We're gonna watch it as a refresher. And then tomorrow morning, we are going as an entire family to go see it in theaters. So hi Ryan. So I'm gonna stay off of TikTok like tonight. Like I'll go into lives and stuff. Like if people are saying like they're whatever, but I'm not scrolling the tickety talk. Not that anything's gonna be spoiled. I've seen the Broadway show, but I still just want to like experience it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But anyways, hello, hello. Welcome in everybody. I appreciate you guys being here on this Friday. I'm not gonna do why are you still supporting because I don't fucking want to talk about immigration anymore. None of these people know anything about immigration, and all they prove every single time is that they just hate brown people and don't care about the Constitution. So I'm kind of fucking over it. I don't want to do it. So we're gonna talk about the fact that Donald Trump is calling for the death of Democratic veterans in Congress. We can talk about the e-files. We can talk about the judicial losses that he is experiencing. In regards to, it's actually really connected to this topic because courts are finding that his employment of the National Guard to not be legal. So he is issuing unlawful orders. And then how the economy it's not doing great. I don't want to hear about the stock market. I don't want to hear about bullshit. I want to hear how people are having stuff better in their wallet, in their pocket, and that's not what we are seeing. So you guys can pretzel yourselves around to defend him, but I have conversations based off of factual evidence. That's the evidence we are going to have, or that's the conversation we are going to have, excuse me, and we can have those conversations. I do have my 100 goal that I have. My husband is still not gotten his check. He called payroll. Payroll has reissued it. And then the payroll processor, he called them as well, and they are issuing an inquiry into why it didn't get sent to where he direct deposits his check. So, suffice to say, it has been an entire week because he got paid last Friday. Would have got paid last Friday. An entire week without his check. So we're relying literally on my money. The money that I have saved is the money that we are using right now to get through life with gas and things like that. So very, very fun. So if you guys would like to help with that, I would appreciate it. My links are in my bio. You also can use that to kick a guest. You can send 10 to the link in my bio, or we can watch a lovely little gosling turn into a full-grown swan. I would like to do that after about 5 minutes of conversation with these people, as long as they're not too wild, whatever. And I appreciate you being here. Keep booping that screen up. Let me put my backup account up here while we're at it. If you see my backup account live this weekend, you don't have to pop in. I just need to be sorry, didn't want to echo. What's it called? You got to go live for 3 consecutive days for 30 minutes at a time. You can't bring up guests, whatever. I got to get the live access actually going on that. So if you see me live this weekend in random times on the backup account specifically, you can come in and say hi, but you don't have to stick around. Don't worry about that. But if you can't help support monetarily, just keep booping that screen. Share that live out. We only have 3 shares. Let's get that up to 10. And do your daily heart me if you haven't done so. I appreciate you being here on this Friday.
Hello?
Hi, how are you today?
Good.
Okay, did you vote for Trump?
Yeah, and your thing says the economy sucks, but the
How old
quarter
are you
two
and what state did you
GDP,
vote in?
27 Florida.
Okay. Now go ahead.
What's your evidence that the economy sucks? Because the quarter two GDP is at 3.8%, and that's great. So that's not even close
So
to
year over year, right?
Yep.
Oh, okay. What did he do to affect that?
It's quarterly growth, 6 months.
What did he do to affect that?
Well, he permanently extended the tax cut, so that's one thing.
That affected the GDP?
Of course it
What
did.
does the BEA say about it? The
What's
increase in
that?
real GDP in the second quarter primarily reflected a decrease in imports, which are a subtraction in the calculation of GDP, and an increase in consumer spending. These movements were partly offset by decreases in investment in exports. So what is he doing to
So
affect
what's your
this?
evidence here that the economy sucks? Because I just told you it's 3.8% the
People,
GDP.
what people are feeling in their pockets. Groceries are up.
You're joking, right? We
Energy
just had
prices are up.
9% inflation under Joe Biden
What month, what year?
in 2022.
Oh, what was it when he left office?
When he left office, it was 2.9.
Oh, okay. What is it now?
3.
Oh, okay. So why the fuck are we talking about 2022?
Well, you're saying you're talking about people's pockets are hurt, but if you want to compare
They
it
are.
to his presidency to Joe Biden, no, their pockets aren't hurting at all.
They are. They're still hurting. The prices have not come down when Donald Trump promised to bring them down day one.
But they did day one. They did go down.
No, they did not.
Inflation rate went down to 2.4%. Can you not acknowledge that?
What did he do to affect that?
So now you're saying, oh, what did he
What
do?
policies did he do to affect it?
What policies did Joe Biden do to affect it?
The Inflation Reduction Act, which is why it
And that
started
had
going
that
down.
had
Which is
no
why it
effect on
started
it.
going down after 9%.
It went
It hit
down the month
9% as a
prior.
high. The
Okay, you don't
Inflation
know what you're
Reduction
talking
Act
about.
went through. I know you're going to crash out now. The Inflation Reduction Act was passed, and
Can
then
you
it
pull up a
slowly and
source that
steadily
backs you
started
up?
going down.
Pull up a source that backs you up that says the Inflation Reduction Act reduced inflation, because I see the exact opposite. It says that it had no effect on it and that the Fed is the
Where are you
one
getting
that
that?
AP News, PolitiFact, Washington Post. I mean, they all did an article on the Inflation Reduction Act.
It's a subject of debate.
It's not up for debate. You don't know what you're talking about. You just got Joe
You're
Biden's
citing
cock
what
in your
article
mouth.
are you
You
citing?
got Joe Biden's cock in your ass, and you're like, "Oh, he
Absolutely
did
not.
good. You got his cock in your ass,
I don't like Joe
cock in his
Biden.
ass and in your mouth." You're like,
I
"Oh,
don't
Joe
like Joe
Biden did
Biden.
good. He said that he lowered inflation, so therefore he did." But I can't back it up with anything.
That's
Just
not.
because
No,
he
that's
put
what
it in
you're
his title
saying.
doesn't
That's what
mean
you're
anything.
saying. No, that's what you're saying. You're saying that about Trump. You're saying he lowered inflation, but you won't tell me how.
Get Joe Biden's cock out of your mouth, you dumb fucking whore.
I don't even like Biden.
Trump won. Economy's doing good. Inflation
It's
down.
not.
You don't know what you're talking about. You're a
Inflation
dumb
is the
fucking
same, if
whore.
not higher. If you're saying when Joe Biden left, it was 2.9, it is 3.0 now. It went up. He's done nothing to affect inflation. We can't live in this 1 month of this 1 year when Joe Biden didn't leave office until 2025. Why are we talking about 2022? Okay, there's a run. I thought that was going to happen. Anyway, we could have had a conversation. I have no problem saying that, like, it is debated. So whether the Inflation Reduction Act, I can be wrong on that. Whether the Inflation Reduction Act had a significant effect or not, totally fine. I can agree with you there. But we also know why inflation was high in that period of time under Biden. But it was not 9% when Biden left office. So again, if you're going to say that it was 2.9 when Trump took office, it went down and then it went back up. It's increasing under him. What did he do to make it go down? And why is it going back up? Gonna be that kind of day. Hi, Adi. You made it. I appreciate that. Welcome in. Yet tariffs increased it, though, because tariffs are inflationary. Todd, they're like that all the time, but like especially the last week, having a bad week. Ryan, how are you today? Ryan, how are you today?
I'm coming.
Don't know if Ryan knew he was up here. That's okay. You're friendly. You guys, my work wife is at the dentist, so she might be on later. She might not. We shall see. If not, I have plenty of other co-hosts I can bring up. I love all my friends. Jake, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you? I just want to talk about the Epstein files.
Cool. So, did you vote for Trump?
I did.
Okay, how old are you and what state did you vote in?
I am 19 and I'd rather not say what state I'm from, if I'm being honest.
Is it a swing state or no? That's why I asked.
No, it's not.
Okay. So when we can totally have that conversation. What I will ask you to do is call them either the Jeffrey files or the E files, because TikTok really does not like his last name.
Okay, I got it.
All right, sure. What do you want to talk about in regards to that?
So when Biden and Kamala were in office, why were they not released then? And now, now that Trump's in office, he is trying to release them. And
he's not trying to do that, but sure.
The Republicans brought the files to... Alright, I can't even do this. Jesus fuck.
Cool. Yeah, you can't do this. What the hell was that run? Bro, I can't even do this. Were you trolling and you couldn't do it? Or you just realized you don't know enough? Like, I don't understand where that was going. Sure. Okay. Baseball, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Did you vote for Trump?
I did.
Okay, how old are you and what state did you vote in?
I'm 50 and I voted in Georgia.
All right. Trump is a lame duck president.
And kind of tell me why. I see your things up there, and you say calling for the veterans' death.
Mhm.
How is that?
Did you see his Truth Social post yesterday?
Okay, yeah, but explain. So here's the thing: when treason occurs,
what did they do that was treasonous?
What's the sentence?
What did they do that was treasonous?
What's the sentence?
If they go through due process and they are convicted and a jury sentences them to unaliving, it could be unaliving. What did they do that was treasonous?
They are going to say disregard what the president tells you to do, right?
Nope, that's not what they said. What did they say?
What did they say?
That you can disregard unlawful orders.
Okay, any unlawful orders have been given?
Yes, according to the judges, deploying the National Guard in D.C. has been unlawful, yes.
How is that unlawful? He's the president.
That's not how that works.
That doesn't matter that he's the president. And
It
say
does.
this for 14 years. It doesn't. I say this coming from 14 years of experience in the Army. It is drilled into your head from day one that you have carte blanche authority, regardless of your rank, be it E1 all the way up to a 5-star general, that if you are given an unlawful order, you do not have to follow it. You are in fact told to not follow it.
That is correct.
Blank period.
But
Yes.
what
So
was his
when the representatives say, "Hey, you don't have to follow unlawful orders," there's nothing wrong
Yeah,
with
they didn't do anything.
representatives
Treasonous.
telling people in the military that they do not have to follow unlawful orders.
It is in the UCMJ, is it not, Nicholas?
But it is not unlawful because of a Democratic colleague.
Just out of curiosity, what order specifically did those representatives say to not follow?
Unlawful, and there hasn't
Right,
been
but like,
unlawful.
but did
there
they?
hasn't
So
been
they
any.
did not. So then they did nothing wrong. Like
They did not
literally
specify.
reminding.
It's another
reminding-
Okay, but it's another Democratic party
No,
that continues
okay.
to do.
So again,
upsets
let's
the
do some critical
national-
thinking. Let's do some critical thinking here, right? If the representatives did not say that this particular order that the president gave is unlawful, and instead reminded soldiers that they do not have to follow unlawful orders, is there a difference between those two things?
There's not. But here's the thing.
There's not.
Again.
How is there
again,
not a difference?
You explain it.
You're the one saying that there's
You
not a
should
difference.
know. If there's not a difference,
Hey,
what's your
there's-
reasoning?
Here's what I'm trying to say.
No,
No, I get it. You don't like Democrats. Me and Thick both
you don't-
understand. Yeah, we get that.
Yes,
I don't-
I grew
I don't give a shit. I'm not a
I grew
Democrat.
up
I don't
in
give
a
a
house.
shit. I don't give a
I
shit.
grew up-
I'm not a
I grew up in
Democrat.
a house and a
I don't care.
Democrat.
I don't care.
don't
My parents
care.
voted for Bush. I don't care. I'm not a Democrat either.
Hey, I don't care. I grew up in a house with two incredibly racist fucking baby boomers. I don't give
care.
a shit.
We're focusing
Yeah,
on
I
the
don't care.
exact timeline of what is happening and what his words were and why.
I'm going to give you an example that's a bit easier. If I were to say, don't listen to Monica when she tells you to eat crayons because they're bad for your health. If I tell you that on Tuesday, on Wednesday, I tell you, you should really pay attention to the things that you eat because not all of them are healthy. Is there a difference between those two statements?
There is.
Okay, so if I were to say, the president told you to do X, Y, and Z, don't do that, is that statement different from, remember, you don't have to follow unlawful orders?
Yes.
So I would then implore you, because now you have told me two different things, to explain to me how when the representatives said precisely that, it is not different.
Okay, so here's the thing.
No. I don't care. I don't want to hear. Here's the thing. I want you to clearly, concisely, and cogently explain to me how they are no longer different when a representative says it versus me saying it to you and you saying that it is different.
What I'm getting at is
I want you to explain it. I don't want you to get at anything. I want you to explain it clearly, concisely, and cogently.
okay. What I'm gonna go by here.
No.
Okay, then I don't need to speak anymore.
And also, I just want to real quick step in and say that your initial premise is also off base because you were asked me about treason and I gave you the correct punishment for treason, but that is not what they are being accused of doing. So,
Well,
Yes. So again, you agreed with me just a moment ago that those two statements are different when I say them to you, right?
they are different in that way. But let me ask you, if
So
the
then
Republicans
what
said
exactly-
that
what exactly-
in the Democratic Party, would that be okay?
Yes,
Yes.
because they're literally just reminding service
yeah, they're
members.
just reminding them.
You don't have to follow unlawful orders, which you have just agreed is dramatically different than saying the president said do this, don't do it, which is not at all what they said. Which can you repeat back to me what it is they said in that video? Did they say you don't have to follow unlawful orders, or did they say don't follow this very specific thing that the president said? Which one?
It's unlawful. And
Okay. So
but
is reminding service members that they don't have to follow unlawful orders, if that's treasonous, then why are we not trying hundreds of thousands of military service members when they tell lower enlisted specifically that with treason?
so again,
Why
now
are we not charging them?
as you know, no one is going to be
I
charged.
want you to please tell me why we're not attempting to charge service members with treason when they tell lower enlisted that.
When we go back to
So you're not going to answer the
Unlawful
question
orders.
because you realize what you have said is dumb.
Yeah.
And like me pointing out to you the massive fucking delta here, you're instead just trying to fucking dance around the answer.
He just wants to
When-
hate Democrats. That's all he wants
When
to
in
do.
reality, you could just say, I was wrong, and we can move forward.
Right.
okay, so in other words, that I cannot express what I want to say. I have to say I'm
I
sorry,
literally-
and I
You
will
need
do
to
whatever
address
you
what
want
the
me
kid
to
is
do.
talking
right?
about.
I didn't ask you to apologize. I don't want an apology from you. Apologies mean fuck all to me. You have said to me that they are two different statements. You have said to me that they're two different statements. However, you're trying to pretzel it around to be the same thing just because a representative said it.
Why would we have a representative say that? Why would it matter that a representative come out and make a statement like it was? Because it only continues to weaken the
veterans.
nation. It
They are
weakens the
veterans.
nation. It weakens the
veterans.
nation.
They are.
It weakens the
How does it
nation.
weaken the nation? Now you're gonna crash out.
Weaken the
Because
nation.
you
How does it
continue,
The only way,
because the
actually,
Democrats
actually,
continue
actually,
to continue
no, I need
to
you
bring
to.
this down.
Were you in the military? Out of curiosity,
Hold on, sorry, I muted him. Now he's got to figure that out.
were you in the military? Baseball.
I'd argue that following anything the president says weakens the nation, but that's just me.
I won't say that I was in the
Yeah, so you
military.
weren't. Got it. So you were not in the military. Cool. That's literally you just told me right then and there that you weren't.
That's what
Wild
that's
fucking
what
thing.
Vic asked me the same question.
Hey, Monica, were you in the military?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, cool. I was for 14 years, baseball. You weren't, right? And if you claim that you were, I'm just gonna fucking straight up say that it's stolen valor.
Still
So
valor.
it's not. I mean, it would be at this point
Did
because
you serve?
yeah. Did you serve, buddy?
I'm not going to comment on that.
So no, you didn't. You did not serve. It's very easy for me to prove that I did, but you did not serve. No, it is not quote unquote continuing to weaken the nation. If the president were to give an unlawful order and the military did follow it, I would argue that's far more in line with the concept of quote weakening the nation, because it flies directly in the face of A, the Constitution, and B, specifically what the military is meant to do. The military is meant to be an apolitical thing. The fact that you think it's problematic that veterans who are currently representatives are telling the military, hey, if you were to receive an unlawful order, you do not have to follow it, as problematic is beyond the fucking pale to me. Which, again, proves to me that you're not a veteran. Because
military,
there's nothing,
all
literally
military
shut the
knows
fuck
that.
up. Literally shut the fuck up. My
excuse
guy,
me?
like,
Excuse
no.
me?
You
There's
heard him.
no excuse
he did
for
not
you.
stutter.
Yeah, there's no excuse for you, my guy. If you think that that's somehow weakening the nation, you're out of your goddamn mind. No. It's
Baseball,
not.
I just wanted to ask you a very, very direct question. What's your favorite flavor of crayon?
Excuse me?
What
Oh,
is
now I
your
definitely know that
favorite?
you weren't in the military.
What is your favorite flavor of crayon?
Orange.
Oh, okay. You can answer a direct question. Got it. So I don't know why I'm not doing that here. Interesting. I don't see why we're critiquing the Democratic veterans in Congress who are just reminding servicemen and women that they do not have to follow unlawful orders versus
But you never answered
defending the
Okay.
man who said we should hang them.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
which one is more problematic? Actually, which one is more problematic? Okay. Well,
Fucking God, this was my day all day yesterday. Like they are just, and they didn't even have their talking point yet. Their new talking point is going to be treason, because that's what Levitt and Mike Johnson said. Mike Johnson, by the way, is a constitutional motherfucking lawyer. Or as Justin said,
Mike
he played one on
Johnson-
TV.
Mike Johnson and Stephen Miller both have just incredibly punchable faces. So
True. People, tell you what. How dare the Democrats remind them of their oath?
God fucking forbid. God forbid.
How do you half join? Are you going to use your regular voice for me again? Are you going to...
Thanks for bringing me up. This is fantastic.
See, I know that you can speak normally. I've seen you on other panels. So until you do, you are not coming up here.
Sometimes I think about hosting my own lives, but then I see the people that pop up on your panel or like Matt's or Seth's, and I'm just like, maybe I
not.
won't.
Maybe not. Lee, how are you today?
Good, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, sir.
Did you say yes, you did?
Beep, boop,
I
boop,
did,
boop.
yes.
Okay. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
40, Michigan.
All right. Trump is a lame duck president.
I think there's nothing lame about him. I think it's actually been pretty exciting, huh?
No, that's
I
not
mean,
what
do you-
lame duck means.
A decrepit old retard that was president
Oh,
for 4
honey.
years.
Oh,
Yikes.
sweetie.
That's not
Honey.
what a
He's not going to
I
pick
don't know
you.
what a lame duck is.
He's not going to
but-
pick you. Apparently, he likes Bill Clinton more. Steven, how are you today? Steven? Steven Snowman, you are on the live.
Hello. Sorry, I'm doing housework.
You're all right? Did you vote for Trump?
I did.
Okay. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
51 in Louisiana.
Okay. Trump is a lame duck president.
I don't think so.
What is...
Why? He has nothing to lose versus a president who would have things
He
to
hasn't
lose.
done
The only
anything
thing
beneficial for the American people.
that's arguable to on your own to opine about.
Like
But-
what? What has he done that's beneficial? And I don't want to talk about immigration, so we can talk about this.
So you want to limit that. I understand.
Yeah, because you guys don't understand. What? I'll ask you this. This will be my judge whether we talk about it or not. What
Okay.
title are our immigration laws under, Stephen?
What title?
Mhm.
I don't know. You
Okay,
got me.
exactly. So we can talk about how he called for the death of Democratic veterans. We can talk about the e-files. We can talk about the judicial losses he is suffering, or we can talk about how the economy is stalling.
I don't think he called for their death. He pointed out that it is punishable by execution. Is that
Sedition
not?
is not.
No, I know that.
Well,
I'm just saying. but that's what he said.
reminding-
He didn't say he want to hang him.
No.
He didn't say
He
he would
retruthed.
execute.
No. Let's do the timeline here. An article came out talking about the video that the Democratic veterans and people within the intelligence community posted, reminding people who serve in the military that they do not have to follow unlawful orders. He
You know how many
retweeted that.
times they get reminded of that in a year?
I'm doing the timeline. I'm doing the timeline. He
Right.
retweeted that, or he retruthed that, talking about how he should lock them up because it's sedition. And then people commented on that. One person commented and said, hang them. George Washington would. He retruthed that. And then he later posted his own truth that said seditious behavior punishable by death. He absolutely is calling for the death of Democratic veterans in Congress.
Is he?
Yes.
Or is that
well,
just like
what
you
else
said,
would he?
it's just
Who else's
letting them
seditious
know
behavior is he
about
referring to?
their oath? Isn't he just letting the people know that sedition is,
Well,
a
who's
big bad thing?
What did they
No,
do
no,
that
no,
was
no.
seditious?
He
didn't say he
said
was.
specifically in the
did.
post. The post very specifically says, because I'm looking at it now,
Mm-hmm.
seditious behavior, all caps,
Right.
punishable by death. So whose seditious
So did
behavior
call
is he
for someone
talking
to
about?
be- So did he call for someone to be executed
Whose
upon that?
seditious behavior is he talking about?
I'm pretty sure about the people that made that video. That makes no sense.
So,
because we as
so then
veterans are
he's
reminded of our
calling
oath
for their
every
death.
single year.
So he's claiming that their video is seditious behavior, by your
Okay.
own words here, and that it's punishable by death. Is what they did, is that video seditious behavior?
Wouldn't that be up for debate by lawyers?
Is
Wouldn't that be up for debate
well, then
by
hold on.
lawyers?
Hold on now. So are you now saying that, like you've just said, do you know how many times they're reminded of that over a year? Does this now mean then that any time an enlisted service member or commissioned officer informs their subordinates that they do not have to follow unlawful orders, now that is potentially seditious behavior and should be like interpreted by lawyers?
Why not? If
I need
they're
you
doing
to
it-
how exact?
If you're doing that in a
How?
combat zone like I have been in, my friend who
No,
says he's a veteran.
so have I.
No, my friend
So
says
have I.
he's a
I have
veteran.
4 combat deployments under my belt.
9. I'll play the game with you.
I don't care.
I know neither do
I
I,
need
care
you
about
to
yours.
justify
but you're
this
using
now.
yours as something from an
You were
authority.
literally
You
the
were.
one who said I'm a combat veteran.
No, you said that earlier to the guy.
No, I
and
said
that's why
I
was
am a
replying to
veteran. I said I am a veteran. I
He
have
didn't
14
say
years in the
combat to the
army.
guy here.
I never said the word combat, actually.
it. Whatever.
I
You guys
never
really
said the word
Whatever,
combat.
love.
yeah.
You guys really love to nail on a syntax.
No, we
That's
like
what
to be
you're literally
accurate in
trying
our
to do.
terminology. Yeah. Yeah.
Right, like execution or sedition.
That's
That should
what he
be
says.
accurate. Those words
what he
should
says.
be accurate.
Mhm.
So
More than any
again,
other
explain to me then how we should now start potentially trying enlisted service members and commissioned officers with sedition for informing lower enlisted that they do not have to follow unlawful orders. Explain to me why we now need to potentially be trying the service members for that.
Did they do it?
No. That's
Hold on, no, you
That's
gotta
not
let
what
me
we're
talk
talking
this
about.
time.
That's
You're
not what
gonna
we're
let
talking
me
about.
talk. Did they do it?
I'm basing it off of
while
what
an
you're
order was
saying.
Being given to remind
I'm basing this off of
them
what you're
that.
saying. This is what
To
you're saying, my
remind
guy.
them. You're being so disingenuous, and you
What?
really-
Hold on. What does disingenuous mean? What does disingenuous mean?
Oh, yeah.
You have no value in what you're saying to
No,
us.
that's not what disingenuous
what
means.
that
means.
Disingenuous means that I am pretending to know less about something that we're discussing. It means
Or
that I'm not
lying.
genuine in what we're talking about.
Or
You
lying.
guys, hey,
There's
hey,
like
hey,
7
that's not-
definitions
no,
under
no,
disingenuous.
no, it's not. I like
Okay.
One
those
of
of
them.
you that have just heard these fucking buzzwords on TikTok because you think it somehow makes you sound fucking smarter. You're like fucking stop. Like
Oh, okay.
fucking stop. You're an idiot.
So my college
You-
degree is less than yours.
I have 3, so yes. Anyway,
Okay.
I need you to explain to me how I would have potentially been tried for sedition for informing my soldiers that they do not have to follow unlawful orders. Explain to me that now.
Okay, can I have 25 seconds?
Explain to me how I
am.
how I
In
would
that-
be
in that
charged for
explanation,
sedition.
I will.
Okay,
Because
go
if
ahead.
I was giving my guys orders and
Mhm.
turned to them and said, "Hey guys, remember, you don't have to follow an unlawful order when you go out
Mhm.
on this mission." That
Mhm.
is very seditious behavior.
No, it's not.
The hell, it's not.
How is it seditious behavior to inform service members that per the UCMJ, the Uniform Code of Military Justice, that they do not have to and are in fact encouraged and told not to follow unlawful orders? How is that seditious to tell them, hey, this is in the UCMJ, it says it right here, don't do this thing? How
If
is
you're doing it
that
to
seditious?
undermine a properly vetted order, then it is seditious.
Then it wouldn't be an unlawful order, you fucking ass fab waiver.
But
No.
you're making them come up with the decision. Hey, is this a lawful order or is this an unlawful order?
So no,
They're
because
not the ones that determine
No.
it.
Exactly. That's my fucking point, you jackwagon.
no, there is criteria for it though. In your hypothetical scenario, if your mission was to go into a abandoned building to look for like, I don't know, fucking IEDs or something, okay, and while you're in there you find a group of children and then your commanding officer was like, "Hey, shoot that kid in the head." That would be the unlawful order that is aside from the lawful order you were given to go into the building.
That's a proper explanation of it. You did the right one. He did not.
No.
That's a proper.
So how is it seditious behavior to tell people you do not have to follow an unlawful order?
If Thick's conversation came at the same moment, they were given their mission order, and then they were told right after that, don't follow unlawful orders, and then my scenario came into effect, Thick said the same thing I said.
May I give an example from real life of my deployment?
I need you to just
I give-
No,
explain.
address what we said. No.
I am.
No.
Because I
No,
was told
I
that
want you
kids are in
to
the
just
street,
explain
run
how
that
informing
motherfucker over.
people
I
that they
decided
do not
as a
have to follow an
senior
unlawful
NCO
order is
to
seditious,
tell
you
them,
dumb
Yes, you
do
have
motherfucker.
yet-
not run over children under any.
You have not explained how just reminding troops that they do not have to follow unlawful orders is seditious in any way. That's what you need to explain.
Good God, you're a dumb motherfucker.
Lee said top Democrats hate our veterans. I don't know if you know this. Most of the people who were in this video were veterans. Jason
Like
Crow is a fucking veteran.
only fucking combat deployments you've been on is the combat of opening a fucking door properly. Because there's no good goddamn way you were in the fucking military and think that the shit that you're saying is even remotely fucking accurate. You're a goddamn idiot.
He's probably yelling right now. Like, that's the thing. Just explain to me how it's seditious. Just because you don't like it, because you like Trump, doesn't make it seditious. And sedition is not a capital offense, so you would not be put to death anyway. As we well know, for the 1600 seditious conspiracists who were pardoned by Trump. Oh my god. Cat, stop.
No, like seriously, Crow, like I was just following orders, did not stand up at fucking Nuremberg.
Yeah, there's a reason for that. Steven, I'm going to invite you to unmute. Oh, nope, you've already been invited to unmute. You just won't. You got to press the little microphone button, and then you can address, again, don't go off on anything else. Address what we are saying. Explain to us how that is seditious.
Because it wasn't given in an altruistic manner. They did it so they could sow discord amongst the different orders
No.
that people.
How do you know that? How do you know they're intent?
What order did they reference?
Can I finish answering her question? Because
What order did they
You
reference?
did, and I asked you a question. Yeah.
Right,
Like,
I'm trying to answer your question before Jackwagon jumped in.
how do you prove their
Explain-
intent?
Yeah, explain, like, A, prove it wasn't, like it literally
Altruistic
proved that
is
it wasn't
a good word.
altruistic.
Altruistic is a
And
good word.
then B, I need you to, like, tell me which order they were referencing.
Well, I don't know. Which orders do you think they were referencing, sir?
Well, they didn't reference an order.
Just in general,
They
you
weren't.
thought that they felt today
It
they needed
was in
to get
general.
up
Did
and
you
watch the
remind
video?
troops.
Did you watch the video?
They cut a video of several
Did you watch
it?
members of Congress, and they just
Steven,
said, "Hey,
did
we
you
just
watch
want to
it?
remind our troops today
Steven, did
that
you
they
watch
don't
it?
have to follow an unlawful order."
Did you
Steven,
watch
did
it?
you watch it?
I watched it this morning when I woke up.
I don't
So
think
then,
you did.
yeah, I mean, then quite
Go watch it
literally,
again.
your same fucking argument applies the same if I'm just on a random fucking Tuesday. If I inform soldiers, hey, you don't follow unlawful orders, remember that. Suddenly I'm referencing orders without actually referencing fucking orders.
You guys, W. Amber for this swab. Yeah, capitalism got you, Steven. You can come back next week if you want to continue to have that conversation. But capitalism is law, I guess. So, D, how are you today?
I'm doing amazing. How are you guys?
I'm doing well. Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, how old are you and what state did you vote in?
I'm 21 and I voted in Arizona.
All right. Trump is a lame duck president.
Okay, I would like to talk about your Epstein files point.
All right. So we can't say his last name. We just have to say like Jeffrey or E. TikTok's
Okay.
picky.
right.
What would you like to talk about in regards to that?
I've researched this probably since it's happened, right? In 2018. I don't
You think
understand
that's
why
the first time with E?
Okay, if we're
Did
going to be
you-
respectful, then we can be
Well,
respectful.
no,
right?
I'm just you're saying you're trying to put a foundation down that you've researched it as if you're smarter than me, and yet you're starting
I
in
didn't.
2008.
I'm going based off of what I'm about to talk about with
Did
the fact that
you-
I've researched it, right?
2008 exists.
Qualitative,
Sure, let's go.
qualitative or quantitative?
I said
Who peer reviewed it?
2018. But anyways,
Who,
what
who
I was
peer
going to
reviewed your
2008.
research?
Okay.
Who
Are we
peer
gonna-
who peer reviewed your research? Was it qualitative or quantitative?
What
was
peer
the- what was
review?
the-
Everybody
Yeah, because
has
if-
everybody has the
So,
opportunity
okay,
to go and
no,
search
no,
up
no.
things
You
through
didn't
different
research.
websites.
You
I
didn't
agree,
research
D.
it. You Googled.
I don't need somebody to tell
You
me
didn't
what I was
research, you
researching.
Googled.
was-
D,
okay.
I
You didn't
agree with
research,
you.
you
I
Googled.
agree.
read
That's fine.
PDFs. I
Hold
You
on,
listened
hold
to
on, hold on.
podcasts,
I agree.
talked to people
I
about
agree.
it.
What I'm talking about is you're saying that you have done research. I understand what Thick is saying by that. You've looked stuff up. You have read about it. I congratulate you on that. Most people don't do that. Thank you. My issue was the timeline in which you started from with E, because it started before that.
Okay, so let me say my
But
my
sure, go
point
ahead.
before
Yeah, no, go
we
ahead.
dialogue on my researching. Okay.
Mhm.
So
Googling.
okay, all right, whatever you'd like to say, Vic.
Well,
Colloquial.
research requires like peer reviews.
Okay,
it
so what is
requires, like,
so
actual
okay, so
studies done.
before you let me talk, right? Let's hear how you guys did. You guys speak to the victims personally?
No.
Okay,
I
did
said
you
I
guys?
colloquially. I
did
said
you
I
guys
use the
speak-
term. I said I use the term colloquially when I say research. I clarified.
Okay.
Did you
Then-
did you speak to them?
I never said I did. I said I researched.
Oh, okay,
and
then
you guys
yeah.
decided to dog on me.
Oh my God!
Anyways.
Say your point.
Okay, so why, if E is so correlated with Donald Trump, which
Mhm.
I'm sure we could say that, why did they redact Virginia's name out of it? If we're gonna say it's because we're protecting victims' informations, but the Democrats had no problem with trying to get the woman that interviewed Virginia Giuffre herself. ABC News had no problem with putting all of her information out there on the internet. Now we can all agree that ABC isn't a middle stance political news broadcaster, right?
Sure.
Okay.
That was
We can
that was
say-
Virginia's choice. Virginia was the one who's been speaking out about this for a long
Virginia
time.
was dead when I'm talking about the interview that the
Right,
woman
but
did.
I'm saying she has been speaking out about this for a
And
long
what-
time. She
and
even
what
had a
is she-
civil suit against them. So
And what has Virginia been saying?
not now. Her brother has been speaking for her. So I don't understand your point in redacting
Okay, when
the
Virginia
victims'
was
names.
still
The
alive-
victims are fine with the files coming out. So.
When Virginia was still alive, Virginia had said numerous times, even sworn under oath,
Yes,
that
that's one
Trump had
person.
nothing.
Sure.
Okay, there is
I'm not-
also
Hold
one
on, D.
person.
Real quick,
There's
real
more
quick,
than
D. Real
10
quick, D.
victims.
No, real quick. I need to tell you my stance when it comes to that in Trump's correlation. My only claim about Trump in regards to E is that at the very least, he knew about it and did not do anything about it. I'm not making claims that he actually did anything to anyone. So don't argue with me about that because that's not the claim I'm making. My
Okay,
claim is
so-
he knew and he didn't do anything.
Every political president knew. If we're really going to be honest, Bill Clinton knew.
Cool, but he's
Obama
president
knew.
right now. Cool, but
Okay,
he's
but-
president right now.
All right. So why didn't we come after Joe Biden? Why wasn't this such a big thing when Joe Biden was president? When
Who
Bill
was,
Clinton was
files
president? When
couldn't-
Obama
Right.
was
Who were they?
president?
Who did they also prosecute after E was unalived? Or
While
unalived?
Obama was president is wild work, considering that like he wasn't this. Like Epstein went to jail under Trump's previous presidency, and
Yeah,
that's when
also that.
Okay, and in 2004, Trump banned E from his Mar-a-Lago. He
That's not what I
worked
asked you.
with- he
Who? No,
worked
we
with
are not
lawyers.
pivoting all over the place. If we're going to follow the timeline that you said you have researched, let's follow it. Okay.
I'm telling you,
So
and
no,
you guys are trying
if
to
Joe
say just
Biden
because I
didn't do
ask the
anything,
actual-
I asked you a question you have yet to answer. Joe Biden didn't do anything. Who were they prosecuting after E?
What do you mean by that question? They didn't prosecute anybody after E. They
Yes,
went
they did.
after.
Oh, there's a
They-
very specific person.
yes,
Who?
they did.
Let's hear it.
She's
Who?
been moved to a minimum security facility
Okay.
recently.
By who? By who? The DOC, correct? When Trump
DOJ.
found out about or DOJ, sorry. When Trump found out about
Nope,
it,
that's a
he-
pivot. Who? What's her name?
Okay.
What's her name?
Does it matter?
Yes.
Yes.
It was a lover of Epstein. I can't get her name right. I don't remember.
You
her
don't.
name
You've
right now.
researched this since 2018 and you don't know her name?
It's not a popular name. Who
Ghislaine
cares? That's
Max-
not even what
everyone
we're
knows
talking about
Ghislaine
right now.
Ghislaine
Maxwell's
Maxwell?
name.
We know
Okay,
Ghislaine Maxwell.
I know who Ghislaine
When
Maxwell
did her
is.
Then why
last
didn't you say her name?
appeal?
'Cause I
When did
forgot
her
her
last
name.
appeal
Holy
end?
shit, that's
When
not
did
who
her
we're fucking
last
talking
appeal
about
end?
right now.
Hey, when did her last appeal end?
Exactly. That's the point I was getting to.
When did it end?
Wasn't it last year?
Correct.
24, correct.
So there was an active investigation, which means literally no matter what, those files could not have been released. They could not have been. There was an active investigation going on, which is precisely why when everyone says, "Oh man, why didn't Joe Biden? Why didn't the Joe Biden administration release the files?" Because they couldn't. They literally couldn't.
Literally couldn't.
Literally, but they couldn't have voted on it. Nothing. Because she was still. It was going through an appeal.
A Florida
and who
federal judge
started that appeal, right?
A Florida
accepted that?
federal judge was sitting on him and saying, "Nope, can't do anything with these. Active investigation." A
Correct.
Florida federal judge. Also, when you appeal something, generally speaking, the person who has been charged with something is the one who initiates the appeal.
And Maxwell
That's
was
kind
not
of
just
how
his
appeals
lover.
work.
Yeah, it wasn't, and she was not just his lover or girlfriend. He used her to get to her father, but she was...
Also, because the appeal ended in 2024, Trump quite literally could have just released all this shit on day one of his presidency.
Day one. Like, I have no problem saying, if you want to say that after the appeal was done, that congressional members, whether Republican or Democratic, didn't do anything on this, yeah, but nobody was calling for it at that time. Donald Trump opened his big fucking mouth so that his base, his QAnon base, heard his interview on Fox and said he's going to release it, and then he's been running from it ever since.
And to be fair,
Came across his desk this week and he approved it. Running.
No,
No,
he could have just released it, D. This was it being forced on him.
Because if we recall earlier this year, Pam Bondi quite literally told all of us. Well, I think it was on Fox. It may have been on some other fucking news media broadcast. I don't watch fucking like traditional news. Pam Bondi said she had the files on her desk. She'd gone through them. Then they handed out little fucking e-binders to a bunch of right-wing content creators. And then soon after that, Pam Bondi told us, there's no investigation that's going to come from this.
There's no new
names in
information.
it, no new information.
I'm well aware, yes.
None of this shit.
Are you?
Yada yada yada. And if that was the case, well, they should have just released it. If Pam Bondi was just so convinced that there's no new information here. Here you go. Here's what you all
but
have
do
been
you
clamoring
guys
for. Case
genuinely
closed.
think that
I'm
it's
still
just
shut the
Trump?
fuck up. Shut
Do
the
you
fuck
think
up.
it's just
No,
Trump?
I don't care.
No.
I do not give a
So then
shit.
maybe change the title of your live to the government.
He's the one running
is
from
a
it, so
lame
no.
ass government, right?
He's the runner.
Do you
no,
know what
he's
a
the
lame
president.
duck president is?
Yeah, no, they don't know what it means.
Do you know what a lame duck president is?
It's a lame president. It's somebody that
No, it's not.
Okay.
You great
Oh my
Somebody that
God.
what? No, I want to hear this
lame duck
explanation. Hold
president.
on.
Literally
I want to hear this explanation.
Literally shut up.
It means
A-
what? D.
Why?
Hold on.
You guys are literally focusing on the small parts of this and then
No.
building your arguments off of
You don't
this.
even know her name. Shush. I want to hear what your explanation of what a lame duck president means. Means he's lame means what? D. Okay. You didn't even know Ghislaine Maxwell's name. Or else you would. If you have researched this, by the way, everybody thank God for the people in my Discord who do math. For the age that you gave me, that means you would have been researching since you were 14 about this. Which again, still would have been wrong because, he had that whole sweetheart deal thing in 2008. So, would be wrong. And farther back, if you want to get into like the 80s and 90s of people knowing what he did. But talking judicially, 2008. But then we're talking about, if you've researched this, you would know about the person who also committed crimes against children. She did not just organize getting children for him. She also touched them herself. You would know her name, and you would know when she was being prosecuted if you've looked into it.
Not to say that a 14-year-old couldn't, look into it, but
No, yeah, absolutely.
if I found out that a 14-year-old was doing that, I'd be like, stop it, go slide down a slide or something. Go, whatever it is 14-year-olds do. Fucking weird. And the reason, I understand that it's me getting real fucking pedantic, over the word research.
Yeah, no, I get it. Because I say research all the time too, and that's obviously not what I'm doing.
I hate this thing where well, do your own research, libs.
Yeah, no,
Quantitative or qualitative? Who's doing your peer review? What was the population size that you used for the study? Was there a control group?
Yeah, you know there wasn't. Ash Raiders, welcome in. Thank you guys so much. I was listening to Ash this morning. We love Ash so much. So guys, make sure you're putting W Ash Raid. I appreciate you guys coming in and being here. Also, I needed to say W to Lanati, who sent me 30 for pocket kicks and a happy Thanksgiving. So thank you so much, Lanati. Don't forget, I do have that goal up there. If you guys could help me work that out. Like I said, my husband's paycheck has not come through because of the fucking payroll processing. So it would be great if you could help a bitch out. We are relying on my supplemental income with this right now. So that's really, really fun. But I appreciate you guys. Maybe next week, my question will be, what does lame duck mean? Because I don't think you guys know. Chris, I don't want to talk about how I don't know how to make an Amazon wish list. I don't want to talk about it.
You know what? Hold up. The fuck you mean you don't know how to make an
I
Amazon
thought I made
wish
one,
list,
but I
Monica?
can't share it. So I think I made a registry on accident. And I don't know the difference in how to make it. I need to watch a
This
YouTube
is
tutorial.
why you lost the election.
I know. Before Frog speaks, where is Naquan for the mod? Naquan was going to do a mod thing. Hi, Naquan.
Hey, so I did some research and TikTok told me that I need y'all to tap the screens, do all of the good things. We only got 19
You're so lucky I don't have
here.
God mod powers, Naquan. Monica gave me these like piss poor fucking like here's a participation ribbon.
You all mod
powers.
were enough with each other in other spaces. I don't think you need to do that.
So yes,
Anyway, you guys keep tapping that screen. We should be getting up to like 75,000 likes. There's 540 of you in here. I think we can do that. Only 19 shares. Come on, let's get that up to anywhere like 30. I think we can do that too. Frog, how are you?
I take back everything I ever said about Yori.
Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah.
Okay, how old are you and what state did you vote in?
I'm 28, voting in Texas.
All right. Trump is a lame duck president.
Well, I wanted to go back to what we were talking about before with that previous guest. Biden definitely extended. He dragged out Maxwell's case for years.
How did he do that?
He didn't. How did he do that?
How did he personally drag the case out?
That's a good question. I don't know.
It was the
I
claim
feel
you
like
just made.
hold up.
different to make
Hold
it
up.
go
Hold
public
up.
if he really wanted to.
You hold up. But you just said that he dragged it out, but now you don't know how he dragged it out?
You know what? You're right. I have no idea. But he definitely dragged out the case for
How?
years.
Hold on.
How?
Hold on, buddy. If you're going to say that he dragged it out, you need to prove how he dragged it out. You can't just say, I don't know, but he definitely did.
Why did
Like-
the case take so long?
Do you,
Cases take a long time.
bruh, how long do you think like an appeals case,
Yeah.
do you think it's like a 1 day thing and like,
People
Nope.
are on death row for decades.
For years?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's why like
Decades.
anybody, which is why like
I mean, wasn't there
this is
multiple
a bit of a
attempts to
side
release
this
it?
is a bit of a sidebar, but that's also specifically the reason why I don't understand why conservatives are so in favor of the death penalty, because they are fiscally irresponsible as fuck.
Wasn't
But
there
that's
a
a
bunch
completely
of
different that's a completely
attempts to
different thing.
release it, but they were all denied?
Because there was an active investigation, because her final appeal did not end until last year.
Right, but why were they all denied if there was multiple attempts to release the files?
Because there was an active investigation and her final appeal did not end until last year.
Correct.
And then the
Releasing information before her appeals were done would give her a blank
Something about-
check to move for immediate acquittal and reversal of her conviction.
and then how many times was the court delayed?
I don't know. Prove it. Was it delayed? Was it?
Yeah.
Show me where there was a delay by the prosecuting team.
Okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're delayed because of the pandemic issue.
Hold on. Dude,
Oh.
you keep doing this thing. You keep doing this thing where you say this definitely happened, and then Monica says, "Well, all right,
I
how?"
don't say
And then you go,
already.
"Well, I'm pretty sure," or "I don't know." So, like, bro, if you're
Do
going
you
to
know
say
when she was
something-
arrested, Frog?
if you're
When
going to say something absolutely definitely happened, don't immediately follow it up with "I don't know" or "I'm pretty sure."
When was
was
she
she
arrested?
in like 2021?
Nope. July 2020. When was she convicted?
2021 then? Was she convicted in 2021?
December of 2021.
Oh, okay. Convicted.
It's pretty quick,
My bad.
actually.
Right. And so during the pandemic, and a lot of the pandemic had a lot to do with the delays of the court.
That's not a delay. That was only like a year and a half that her case took. That's really not that long.
A year, no, it was more than that.
Okay, but I don't see how that delay, would be COVID and not the president, has any bearing on the fact that files weren't released because she then had appeals.
Well, the defense also wanted extra time.
Prove that. Show me a filing.
Let's see.
Wait, hold on. Are you now saying
the
that?
lawyer delayed?
Hold on, Frog. Are you now saying that because Ghislaine Maxwell's defense wanted extra time, which is actually not an incredibly uncommon thing in a lot of cases?
Part of the delay. I'm saying all these delays helped Biden not have to be pushed into releasing the files.
Who was pushing him to release them?
Everybody. And
Show me an article.
I mean, it was denied minting.
Show me an article where anybody was talking about that with Biden.
Okay, I'm not going to show you an article.
Because it doesn't exist. Nobody was asking for it, Frog.
I'm so fucking confused right now. You're literally saying that the legal system, which is separate from Biden, who is not in control of what's happening with her case, because it just allowed him to not release the files inadvertently, completely unrelated to anything that he was doing, it's now his fault?
I think he had many opportunities to...
Yes, he couldn't release it because there was an active investigation!
The president couldn't release it because it was denied.
No, because there was an active investigation, because a Florida Supreme Court, like a Florida federal fucking judge, was like, nope, active investigation, nothing can fucking happen. A Florida federal judge.
I mean, they had appeals to delay the release.
That's not why. No, they didn't have appeals. She had appeals, which she's legally entitled to, as any person convicted of a crime is entitled to.
Right, her team. Right.
Okay, that's not on the DOJ or Biden. That's just
Who was your team?
That's just the law.
But why were there were appeals?
Yes, because you're fucking legally entitled to them.
Because you have a bad lawyer. If your lawyer is not filing appeals on your behalf, you have a bad lawyer.
Gotcha. Okay. That's it. That's all I want to talk about.
Okay, maybe go actually read something about it. I'm in the fucking Twilight Zone today, I swear to God. You got me defending Ghislaine Maxwell's fucking lawyers. Wow.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. That's go easy on him. He's a real frog and he doesn't understand our legal system.
Frogs cannot be indicted.
Okay,
This
all
is
right.
true.
You know what? Valid.
You know?
Valid. As long as I look at it through that lens, valid.
No, they don't watch Law and Order, Scotty. Obviously, they need to, even though it's just, parody of it, but it's actually, you can learn a lot. Jeez. Oh, Pete. They think chess is Chutes and Ladders. I don't even like that bitch, but I have to fucking defend her lawyers because I know the law and you don't?
It's not even like defending her and her lawyers. Like at this point it's quite literally just explaining the legal system. Like no, like you were legally I don't have to like the fact that she gets appeals, but she's legally entitled to appeals.
Right. W Jess for the 2-0 on the Green app. Oh my gosh, thank you, Peabody. Fuck Thanksgiving, fuck colonizers, fuck payroll. Absolutely correct. Thank you so much. Noan, how are you?
I want to say, good. I'm good. Sorry, I wasn't meaning to spam. I was just really, I'm on my lunch break, and I'm
did
just
you vote for
scrolling
Trump?
through TikTok. I don't really care, to be honest. I'm very
vote?
No, but
Oh, then I don't give two shits
okay.
about you.
I don't care. You should vote. And maybe do some colloquial research, Googling, before you do. Did you vote for Trump? I don't really care. Good answer.
Nah, they like I don't really like fuck with politics like that, bro.
Ugh, goodness. Skamisa, how are you today?
Oh, sorry, that was tap an hour. Sorry.
No problem. I appreciate you. Have a great day and a great weekend. Oh, I can't. Okay, guys, you guys will have to yell at me, mods, in the chat when the gift goal is completed. I can't see it. The little thing that sits on the top that we're supposed to be able to see, I can't see it. So I have to physically like go in and try to like do live gifts from here. And I don't know, it's only letting me pick certain ones too. So like I don't know why it's doing that. Okay, now I can fix it from there. Yeah, but the button's not there. So when it's cleared out, please like let me know because I have to fix it manually. Devin, how are you today?
I'm doing good, Monica. You?
I am doing well. Did you vote for Trump?
I did.
Okay, how old are you and what state did you vote in?
20 in Texas.
All right. Trump is a lame duck president.
Yeah, I see that with your prompt, and you've got the e-files, economy sucks, judicial losses. So, and calling for the death of veterans, which is nuts. Judicial losses, I would look at Supreme Court and just say that's obviously wrong. I think he's got one of the best track records in the Supreme Court since
Do you think the Supreme Court is the only part of the judicial system?
No, but I think the Supreme Court is the law of the land. That's like
Well, no, the Constitution is the law of the
Yeah.
land. But
and the Supreme Court
We're splitting
interprets that
hairs.
at the highest level.
Correct.
So if he's got the best Supreme Court record of like any president, the highest court in the land. I
Not
mean,
necessarily, because now they're going to have to take up a bunch of. I said this when they did their injunction ruling, is that they are going to have to be available at all times because they're going to be very, very busy now.
because of judicial overreach, unfortunately. But
Oh, but it's not judicial when they do it.
when the Supreme Court reads a case,
No,
or
when they rule in favor of Trump, that's not
can you give me like I seriously can't give you a single example of a smaller branch court ruling in favor of Trump. Can you?
ruling in favor of.
Yeah.
I would have to go through and look. It's been a while. They haven't all ruled against him though.
Right. Yeah. That would be obviously just not possible. But when it comes to the
So then
smaller,
there's got to be examples somewhere.
yeah, but your prompt is Trump is a lame duck president. You say judicial losses when he's winning at the highest court
Do you
over
know
and
what
over
a
and
lame
over
duck
again.
is?
A lame duck president. Someone who doesn't do anything. Presumably, I'm just
No.
looking at your prompts.
No, that's not what a lame duck president is. He is a lame duck president.
But even if he was doing good, he'd technically be a lame duck president
Can you fill me in, or just
because he
trying
can't
to?
run again. So like Obama's
Oh.
second term, Obama was a lame duck president.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
Mhm.
So yeah, I guess that part, Trump is a lame duck president. Okay. But let's go through the rest of these properties. The E-files, the Epstein files. I think this is totally overblown and the mainstream media is killing. This is definitely a leftist issue more than what's a bipartisan issue.
It's not. We didn't ask for it.
Yeah, his name appears in there over 1,000 times. I wouldn't really say that that's like blown out of proportion. Just like Occam's razor here, my guy. Like his name appears in the docs over 1,000 times.
I've never heard of that,
photos. We've got photos of
And
the
the
two
emails
of them
themselves
going
over
back
1,000 times.
decades. Like it's not a secret that they know each other. It's strange, I think, as well, how many times he's kind of been like implicated by people who are like victims. There's too many things that are like far too convenient for me to think that he has absolutely nothing to do with it. Especially when we like go back and we just like look at what has been said over the course of this year, right? Pam Bondi saying no investigations, when she had them. We had Mike Johnson saying that like he was an FBI informant and then walking it back at the same time while Trump was saying that it was a Democratic hoax and wasn't real and like all this other shit. We had reporting from earlier this year when the New York Times described to us the birthday card that Trump then said did not fucking exist, only for the birthday card to actually exist and be exactly what they described to us, beat for beat. Like, like it's not. It's the simplest answer is the answer here. Like he's in the files. You know he's in the files. He's done this shit, and he's incredibly fucking guilty of it. And he should go under the jail with literally anyone the fuck else, regardless of their political leaning. They should go under the fucking jail.
So I don't want to sound like a dick, but it kind of sounds like you've been like obviously you're left leaning, and that was washed in the left leaning.
Bro, I'm so far left, like you wouldn't fucking believe.
Me too.
Okay. Well, if you've followed recently, you talk about like I'm just gonna give you 3 examples. Hakeem Jeffries had a campaign fund.
Put him under the
Don't
jail.
give a shit. Put him under the fucking jail. I don't give a shit.
Okay.
I don't. If Obama's in it,
Yeah.
if the fucking Pope is in it,
I said
if the
this-
fucking
Yeah, Devin, you missed this because you weren't here yesterday, but I said this yesterday. My father, who was a veteran, is unalived and sitting in a, in the ground, in the place that they bury veterans. If I found out my dad was on that shit, I'd dig his bitch ass up and then rebury him under the jail.
Like if Monica's in it, I'm gonna drive to Colorado and hunt her down like a fucking gazelle in the Serengeti. Like I don't give a fuck.
At least you guys are consistent.
I do not.
You guys
I
are
do not
consistent.
give
but
I haven't met somebody who's not.
literal fucks.
Except for on the
who
right.
is in it. I don't care.
In the broad stream, so maybe not you guys directly, but let's just talk about like the mainstream media and how
I don't give two shits.
I haven't
about
heard
what the
any of
mainstream
them
media
say.
says.
I haven't
don't
heard
give a fuck.
any of them do it either, though.
maybe we're not as rich, but it's a bipartisan issue. And it's been a bipartisan issue. You can go back to Bill
Then
Clinton.
why
you can
have
go back to his
then
first
why did the
partisan.
Republicans fight so hard over the course of this year to do nothing about it? Why did Mike Johnson fucking go on a goddamn tirade recently?
I'll tell you why.
Like refusing to vote. Why did Mike Johnson have
tell
to
you.
make shit up earlier this fucking year while Trump was simultaneously saying that they don't exist and it's a Democrat hoax?
I'll tell you.
It seems like the Republicans are the ones that are inconsistent about it because we know that historically speaking, Republicans seem to be far more likely to be implicated in cases that involve SA or child SA. Like we seem to know that seems to be the more consistency thing happening here.
It's not a very positive message of you. I would just say
You're right, it's not.
Donald Trump is the only president to campaign on releasing the files.
He did not campaign
He didn't
on
even
it.
campaign on it. I
literally
actually
did not.
disagree with you on that. He didn't campaign
He said
on
it one time at a
Correct.
rally.
That's not campaign. No, he
No,
said it in
it
a
wasn't
Fox
even a
interview.
rally.
Yeah.
It was an interview. He was asked, he was talking about the JFK files and the MLK files, and he goes, oh yeah, we're going to release those. And then he was asked about the Epstein files, and he immediately walked it back, and he was like, I don't know if we want to release those, because we don't want to hurt,
His
hurt
base
people
held
that are
onto
in
it. His base held onto it.
So let's circle
That's
back. to this.
literally all he
is
ever
the
said about
only president who has released any sort of files on Epstein.
No. Nope. Files were released because of the civil litigation from Virginia Giuffre in 2024, which is the same files that those right-wing podcasters were given in a fancy little binder for a photo op earlier this year. Same files. Those were released in 2024.
Under Biden?
Not technically under Biden because they were released in a after a FOIA request from her civil litigation.
Trump.
No, 2024. No.
So they weren't released under Biden or Trump.
They were released under Biden's administration, but I'm saying he did not have any direct effect on it. It was a FOIA request.
So Trump's DOJ was the only one to actually take those files and give them to the public.
They re-released them in a fancy little binder. We already had them.
But
They were all over the internet before the election. So no, I don't give them any credit for releasing something that's already out there.
Okay, how about Trump signing the bill into law?
He could have just called Kash Patel or Pam Bondi and told them to release the files, and instead he had to be forced through a
So it's
discharge
not-
petition and a
yeah.
bill to do so.
You guys got to have some sort of an open mind here. Like
No, that's just the facts. That's not an open mind. That is the facts. He could have just released them, and instead he was forced to.
Yeah, but Biden didn't do anything about it.
Because he couldn't, because there was an active investigation going, and Ghislaine Maxwell's final appeal ended last year. He literally could not release it because a Florida federal judge had his fucking thumb on it and said, nope, can't do fucking shit about shit, and that is why that could not be released under the Biden administration. Point blank, period.
Okay, do you think that was like a political thing because it's a bipartisan issue?
For appeal?
It was a Florida federal judge.
Yeah, I heard you. I think your name is Nicholas.
There's literally no N anywhere in my screen name.
I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that.
Well, that is my fucking screen name, my guy.
Say thick.
And my name is certainly not Nicholas.
Okay, Nick. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Men are so
fuckface.
insecure. They are
I'm
so
sorry.
insecure. You can't say thick. You can't call him his name thick to another man. It's gonna hurt your
Hey,
manhood.
cupcake. Hey, sweet baby doll.
Masculinity.
Jesus
Okay, okay.
fucking Christ, you absolute goddamn
So,
idiot.
can we at least acknowledge that it's a bipartisan issue?
I don't give two
No,
shits.
because then why the
do not
Republicans?
care.
Sure, in way of people being implicated, it is bipartisan. In way of who is actively fighting to release it, it was just Democrats and Thomas Massey originally.
It was, but it passed 417 to 1 in the House of Representatives.
Because they hoped.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
and then
bipartisan,
what did Mike
guys.
Johnson hope would happen in the Senate? What did Mike
I don't
Johnson say?
know, but that's pretty bipartisan. I just
What
want to
did
point
Mike
that out.
Johnson say about the Senate vote? What did he say?
He wished there was changes to it and victims. Yeah, again, politics is not. and if
And
Trump-
now,
He hoped it would get stalled.
and now, Mike Johnson is trying to be like, well, the law that's stated here doesn't say CSAM in this U.S. code. It doesn't say CSAM, despite the fact that the U.S. code that is being, I think it's 2566. I might have that number wrong. I think it's USC 2566. Like he's like, well, it doesn't explicitly say CSAM, so well, we can't. Man, we can't do it. We can't release it, despite the fact. Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up, Cupcake! It literally says, like, literally all that code does is define CSAM. It like very explicitly. It doesn't say CSAM. So we can't release it, guys. We can't.
Nicholas,
like, this is literally what the Republicans are doing.
Nicholas, your
So
stick is very
I wouldn't
short.
really say that it's bipartisan.
Your stick is very short. I want to make one. I want to hit on all these on these 4 bullet points where we're making pretty good progress. So last thing I want to say
No. Don't run away from what has been told to you. Why is Mike Johnson now trying to walk it back and be like, actually, we can't release these because the code that we
you need to
referenced
take
here,
an
it
edible.
doesn't say
You need to take
CSAM.
an edible and slow down a little bit, Nicholas.
No, I don't think you know who
keep
I think
up.
I am, so I don't give two fucks
I am.
about what you have to say about what I'm saying.
So-
if you can't keep up with what I'm saying, that's a you problem, not a me
When the
problem.
mainstream media paints Trump,
Why
as
is
like
Mike
a
Johnson,
child
the Speaker of the
psycho
House,
him as
trying to
anything.
walk it
and
back?
he's not, and
They
obviously
didn't
there's
paint
other
him as
implications.
anything. They are talking about exactly what is written in the information we have gotten from the Oversight Committee, who has subpoenaed it from the estate.
And
That's
there's
it.
nothing in there that implicates Trump as a child.
I never said it did. I never said it did. They don't say it
times.
did. They're saying he knew.
Nicholas did. Nicholas
Sure,
just said it
that's
did.
Nicholas's
1,000
personal
times,
opinion. He's
apparently.
allowed to have that. That's not the mainstream media, and that's not me. He knew about it, and he didn't do anything.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
I will
Also,
say
good
that.
to know that you can actually say my fucking name.
Now he likes it. Now he's
So okay. You talk about Bill
So why
Clinton,
is
you
Mike
talked about-
Johnson?
you talked
Why
about-
is the Speaker of the House? Why is the Speaker of the House now actively trying to fight against it? Because, well, this U.S. code doesn't explicitly say the acronym CSAM, despite the fact that the U.S. code 100% defines what CSAM is, as the law states, as defined in this U.S. code. Why is the Republican majority leader now being like,
Dude, they passed the bill.
We can't release it.
The bill got signed on Trump's desk. Like you keep.
I know. Why didn't he do that on camera like he does with all his other stuff? I wonder.
I don't know, but I could probably take a good guess. I bet
sure.
you our guesses would probably.
Oh,
be
no.
pretty similar.
I know. I'm aware that it's been signed. I don't think you understand what it is that I'm
Right.
saying.
Well,
I'm
and to be
aware that the
clear-
law has been signed.
Yes, and to be clear, the bill being passed. Did you know that they tried to pass it without having a recorded vote on it, or they tried to vote on it without a recorded
Yeah,
vote?
it was not a strong bill at all. And like they only have 30 days. The DOJ has 30 days.
No. I'm talking about when it was in
It's
the
a
House.
pretty strongly written bill, actually.
Yeah, when it was presented in the House. Okay,
Yeah, it was turned
they
secret.
tried to hold a vote on it where your vote would then not be recorded. Why?
That's bullshit. Yeah, no, I'm with you on that. I think it's bullshit.
Why was it the Republicans doing it?
And even it's a bipartisan. Come on, guys.
No. Why did the Republicans
were the one
try
who
to do
proposed
that?
that. Tim Burchett was the one who proposed doing that.
Okay, really? Man, I like that.
Yes.
Yes,
Why-
he was
why-
because he
why
tried
are
to
the
use it. He's like,
Republicans-
see, I wanted to pass it, but the Democrats said no. He tried to use it as this political game when the Democrats were like, no, we want it on a recorded vote so that when people like Clay fucking Higgins say no, we know it was Clay Higgins.
That's funny. I watched his
literally just answer the fucking question.
Why did Mike Johnson? Why?
No, I'm not, because I am sick and fucking tired. I'm sick and fucking tired of people like you and people who voted like you continuing to twist themselves into fucking pretzels to do anything other than just admit that the Republican Party, who is currently in power right now, is doing everything that they fucking can to obfuscate, to dance fucking around, to tiptoe anywhere even near close to the point of releasing the fucking files. Because as I have said to you multiple times now, and you have refused to fucking engage, Mike Johnson is actively trying to stop releasing the files because of what the bill says, how it does not very explicitly in the US code say the 4 letters CSAM, despite the fact that US code that is referenced literally defines what CSAM is. Mike Johnson is actively now trying to fight against the law because, oh, well, it doesn't really say CSAM, so we actually have to redo this whole thing now.
So, Thigolas,
I want you to directly engage with what I've just said to you.
That's what he just said.
Thigolas, first of all, I didn't engage with that because I don't know what CSAM is, so I'm not gonna
Child sexual abuse material. That is what CSAM is.
It's what it stands for.
Okay, so he's trying to get it taken out because it doesn't say that explicitly.
Mike Johnson is trying to stop the files from being released over the next 30 days because he's saying, well, the U.S. code that is referenced in the law, because the law says CSAM as defined in this U.S. code, because the U.S. code does not explicitly say CSAM, well, we can't release it. We can't release it, guys. We can't release them.
Yeah, so that's why I said the bill. Yeah, I mean, you disagree with me, but the bill was not very strongly written, and this is why
it was incredibly strongly written because that's why it was written in such a way that the they don't give a fuck.
If it was a strongly written bill, this wouldn't be possible.
Shut the fuck up.
You are the reason why moderates like me go for
You're not a moderate. You're not a moderate.
Moderates. I'm sorry. Moderates are fucking cowards because moderates.
I am a moderate.
Literally the fucking road to fascism. Moderates are fucking cowards.
Whichever way the wind blows, right, Devin?
You're not a fucking moderate. You're literally defending child abusers. You're actively defending child abusers.
Did you read the bill, Devin?
I'm not, though. No, and I didn't read the bill. And I was trying to.
You didn't read the bill, but it's...
How do you know if it's not written well, if you haven't read it?
If you guys would let me finish, I'm going to tell you exactly why.
Your premise is that it's not well written. It's not strongly written. How would you know if you haven't read it? It's only 3 pages.
But at the very end of the bill, it says that the DOJ has 30 days to release the files. If the DOJ does not release the files under 30 days, there's no one to hold them accountable.
No, Congress can. Nope, Congress can.
Yeah, by passing another bill, but there's not like if 30 days Pam Bondi doesn't release everything, there's not something to say, hey, you need to release it, except for Congress, like you said. So
you don't think that would be a big ass scandal for Trump again? Running from it again?
So when I say things,
please do it. I hope they don't. I hope they don't fucking release a goddamn thing because it'll be right before the goddamn midterms. Thanks, Pam Bondi.
Okay. I feel pretty sufficed.
That's cool. Todd said, kick. W. Todd. You guys, there's only 40 left in my goal now.
It's not very strongly written. I didn't read it, but it's not very strongly written.
Every single time.
Actually, I don't think that To Kill a Mockingbird is like a dissection of like racism in that time period. I didn't read the book, but I don't think it has anything to do with that at all from that time period.
Oh, God in heaven. Why did you guys do this to me? Sean, how are you?
I'm doing dandy.
Okay. What do you want to talk about today?
The files will be released. Give the guy, the president, time to do his other things first.
They have 30 days.
Yes, 30 days, yes. It's not been 30 days yet.
Sure, but he's had 10 months. Yeah, Audie said no. He's had 10 months. Why do you even come up anymore? Because you don't have serious conversations. He said, Misfit said Biden had 4 years. Except for the fact you have a lovely little lightning bolt in your name, you should probably not advertise your Yahtzee status maybe next time.
Earlier this year, it was, well, we're not going to release the files. It's not like Trump doesn't have to release them because there's no new information. We already have all the information, right? And now, well, we have to wait. You give him time. Like, which one the fuck is it?
Which, by the way, it's hilarious. Me and Olive and Crow were talking about this yesterday. I have had the him with pictures of Jeffrey up the last 2 weeks, and nobody's wanted to come up and talk about it. But now that this happened on Truth Social, that's all they want to talk about. Interesting.
I really want to have a conversation with somebody about Donald Trump's speech, I guess. Did you listen to him talk at the McDonald's Impact Summit, which I didn't even know we had a fucking thing.
Unfortunately, I did. Me, how are you?
Oh, I'm fantastic. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Did you vote for Trump?
I did not. So I did support him during the election.
But you didn't vote. I don't care. 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 You didn't do your civic duty. You don't get an opinion on what happens to you or other people. Do better next time. W.
I didn't
Janine
know.
for the 2-0 on the Blue app for all the hard work. I appreciate you. And then also W. Todd, who sent me 2 pocket kicks to hold on to. That clears out my goal. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you.
I didn't know we had a McDonald's Impact Summit. I didn't know that was a fucking thing at all.
As somebody who
Didn't
worked
know.
at McDonald's, that makes sense. We had a lot of big conventions
I
and bullshit.
worked at a McDonald's when I was a teenager. I didn't realize that there was a whole fucking Impact
Oh,
Summit.
I was like a department manager, so it was like,
But I think it's Todd. It was a McDonald's. It was called the McDonald's Impact Summit, which consequently, I think it says a lot that the United States is the fact that the United States has a McDonald's Impact Summit where the world leader of the United States is talking there. I think says a lot.
it's just for the businesses, like we said he was.
Find me a Joe Biden speech that is half as deranged as that shit was, and I will eat my desk.
You're not going to find it. I can understand Biden. He stuttered. That's it. And he in the
Skedaddle.
debate,
The
he
word
lost his
skedaddle.
way very specifically in a conversation. He lost the conversation. I've done that a million times, by the way. Sometimes I just forget what I'm talking about. Yeah, Ruben, that's what I'm saying. Joe Biden's debate against Trump. It was a bad debate. Nobody here would defend him in that debate. What I'm saying is he stuttered and he lost his way in a conversation of what he was talking about. Because then he said we defeated Medicaid.
Yeah.
I get that. That was a bad faux pas.
Anybody who is all this says to me, for the people in the chat, it just says to me that you didn't watch the Impact Summit.
No. You did not watch this man speak.
Because I did.
No, you cannot mute Hector, Juan.
My drunk texts are more coherent than
Yeah.
that shit.
And somebody in the comments just said Joe Biden hid in his office for months. Name me a month. I will find you a speech where he was out and about rallying or speaking. The presidents don't just get to hide. Unless you're Trump and you go to Mar-a-Lago for the weekend and you keep the press pool 500 feet away from you so that you don't have to answer questions. Oh, gross. Hi, how are you today?
What's up? Oh, hang on, let me turn this. No, I just played what I had going on there. It's weird.
Did you vote for Trump?
I did.
How old are you and what state did you vote in?
I'm 30 and I voted in Pennsylvania.
All right. Trump is a lame duck president.
True.
It's true? You agree?
I mean, that's just do you know what that means? That just means
Yes.
he doesn't have to run for re-election.
Thank you for being
That's
the
just
first
true.
guest today who actually knows what that means. I appreciate that. So
Yeah.
how do you?
Well, yeah. I mean, you got TikTokers coming up here. I mean,
Yeah, you seem
like
really
1 in
intelligent by
100.
being obsessed with a
1 in
young man. That's
1,000. I'm 1 in
interesting.
1,000. Well, I know what a lame duck is.
You're 30 and you're obsessed with
Give
Harry
me
Sisson.
another
That's
one.
fucking
Give
weird
me
to me.
another. Give me your
So,
next gotcha.
what do you?
I'll go 2 for
It's
2.
not a gotcha. It's not a gotcha. I put it as lame duck president. It's supposed to be kind of a play on words, but the fact that many people didn't know, I did not expect actually.
Yeah,
So how did
everyone's
you
an
feel
idiot.
about
You
his
got
truths calling for the death of Democratic veterans?
it. Yeah, I thought that was funny.
It's funny. It's funny to
I mean,
want to
it's not
hang
going to
our veterans.
happen. Well,
That's not
I mean,
the
you're not going
point.
to see it happen.
Yeah,
I think it's
Roe
just, it's kind
Roe
of,
versus Wade wasn't going to be overturned either. Troops weren't going to be in our streets either. None of that was going to happen, right?
no, I actually support all that. I want more troops in
No,
the
it's not that you
streets.
support it. We were told it wouldn't happen. I don't care if you support it. We were told it wouldn't happen. So I don't
Not
believe
by
people.
me. Diddy Sisson didn't say that.
Sure.
So I speak for myself, not.
What do
I
you
mean,
feel about the
whoever.
e-files?
Yeah, it's interesting. There seems to be a big Israel problem on the right, and that's just another part of the Israel problem.
But you still support him?
I'm sorry. Hold up.
Go ahead.
I need to see where the fuck that came from, because that was. I mean, I knew you were going to be anti-Semitic. Like I knew
What
that.
made you say that? What? Wait. So
Your
implicating
profile.
Israel?
Oh,
No,
your bio.
Implicating
profile
Israel.
makes it
Your
very,
bio.
yeah, your bio makes
The
it very
idea-
clear that you're
How is
anti-Semitic.
criticizing the IDF?
You're not, because you still support Trump. W. Scotty for the swab. You're not, because you wouldn't be if you were critiquing the Israeli government. You wouldn't be supporting Trump. And most of us on the left say we critique the Israeli government, not its people. But you would know that, and it's weird to be 30 years old and have Harry Sisson as your profile picture. Seek help. Yes, you can absolutely mute him in chat, Megan. You can block him. He don't need to be back here. He doesn't want serious conversation. I don't care. Like, congrats, you're the only person who understood what lame duck is. Let's see. Back to Twitter, where I get my news. Fortunately for me. Supposedly a phone call, Trump talking about the Democratic lawmakers who released the video. I think it's a very serious violation of the law. Pete Hegseth is looking into it. I know they're looking into it militarily. The military is looking into it, the military courts. What? Which means he wants to give unlawful orders.
The military courts are looking into
Military courts.
it.
No, Wallace, the host is not from Israel. I am not Jewish.
Congress people are outside the realm of the UCMJ.
Yeah, also that.
Why would military courts be looking into it? That doesn't make any fucking sense.
That's what Crow just said in the yeah, no, I know. Unless he means like for future service members who choose not to follow his orders. That's the only thing I could think of. But even then,
The greatest crime right now about the Department of Education being defunded is people aren't going to learn about why Article 92 exists, because Article 92 of the UCMJ was written immediately following the Nuremberg trials.
yeah. Well, they're moving the Department of Education. Didn't you hear? Did you see where they're moving it to? They're moving it to the Department of Labor.
Because work makes you free?
Ding, 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 ding. Also, they are removing, they are not classifying nursing as like a certified degree so that you won't be able to get student loans for it anymore.
Oh, there are so many of those degrees that are no longer considered professional degrees, and I do think it's very, very strange that they targeted predominantly women-led industries and women-led degree fields. But also, I find it very strange that almost every single one of like those degree fields are mandated reporters. I find it very, very odd. I find it very odd.
Hmm. I just want, like, people have such a misunderstanding of how fascism comes into play and the repression, especially of women in societies, comes into play. They really believe it's going to be some movie where it's just like all of a sudden there's men with guns in the streets, which by the way, there already are. And that it just happens that quickly. There's just violence and it's like that. One, it's already happening in this country. Two, if you don't know, what I urge you to do, one, read a fucking book. Read The Handmaid's Tale specifically in regards to women, or just watch you don't have to watch the whole series. Just watch the first episode of The Handmaid's Tale, where she speaks about how they trickled in repressing women. It happens right under your nose and you don't even know it.
Can I also go down a list real fast? So we're cutting access to healthcare, right? I'm tracking, right? We're already in a national nursing shortage, right? And we've now made it less affordable for people to become nurses for a field that we have a shortage of, that we're going to need more because more people will need healthcare.
Now we're spewing more Russian propaganda. That's been a new thing. I'm surprised they haven't tried talking about that
And
yet.
veterans are about to lose housing on top of it.
Yes. I don't understand you people.
Give me like 4 seconds to get it done. I'm going to explain this veterans housing thing because you have to actually follow a path through this, but it makes sense.
Let me have, real quick before you do that, I will let Megan talk about how Canada is poaching from us, which is totally fine. Don't care.
Yeah,
Hi, Megan.
no, I mean, I'm sorry. This is more of like I don't think people are recognizing just how much the ripple effect and consequences of some of Trump's actions are, is the fact that, like, we also have a nursing shortage, for example, a healthcare shortage, period. The way my province alone is wooing nurses, particularly in New York, like I know of nurses in New York who are moving to BC because of how well we've wooed them, also to get away from Trump.
I'm gonna run. You guys take care. Bye.
Bye, thick. I just really wanted
Thick
to add
Nick.
the thick on
Since he
it,
refused to say thick.
since that was so hard for him. But yeah, no, like and I will be willing to bet my country is not the only one actively poaching your specialized, like, skilled workers that you so desperately supposedly want to protect and have. So not only are you screwing over yourselves with your rigid immigration shit and all these other things and having your shortages, but other countries are actively working to take advantage of this opportunity to steal your people. That is all.
Hey, Megan, I'm convinced that you just ran away from me.
I mean, probably. He's,
Totally.
that was the briefest goodbye I've heard from
He's like, oh
Thick.
shit, Ari's coming up.
Yeah, he saw my upload twice and he's like, never mind, bye.
Oh, you're outside now, Crow? Okay, go ahead.
So are you all familiar with the HUD-VASH program?
Not that name specifically. I know HUD.
Please explain it for the Canadian.
Yeah. HUD-VASH is HUD, which you all are familiar with HUD, Section 8 vouchers. VASH is the VA component. It's like an intertwined component where HUD works with the VA for veterans that are at risk of losing their housing or are homeless to get them Section 8 vouchers. It's called the HUD-VASH
Sad
program.
that that's even a thing, but yeah.
Yeah. So you know how one of the big directives is to cut HUD vouchers by a significant percent? So the HUD-VASH program doesn't get earmarked vouchers. What it is it works very similar as Veterans Preference does for hiring, but for housing, right? So if your office has like 50 vouchers to use this month and a veteran applies, they'll get the preferential treatment, just like when I apply for a job, I get veterans hiring preference. So if you reduce the amount of vouchers in the system, you're indirectly harming the HUD-VASH program because there's less vouchers to go around. So I don't want to hear about why we care about migrants. We got homeless veterans. Great, you're causing more homeless veterans right now.
And,
By
like,
cutting
so-
HUD vouchers, which harms the HUD VASH program, you're causing more homeless veterans.
Yeah, so Blue is actually, he's referencing in the Discord right now what you bring up all the time, Crow, which is just if you want to pull the fucking emotion out of it, you can pull the emotion out of it by bottom line numbers. Numbers bottom line. It does not make sense to harm the people who you rely on to make your profit. Like, I don't understand it. I do not understand it. They're like, we want you to die, but also spend money. But also you can't spend money because we don't like.
Dude, I was running the numbers on it today because I had heard somebody mention that the HUD VASH program is being cut, and I'm like, I don't think it's being cut. Wait, let me double check that. And it's not being cut; it's being negatively impacted because when people on the right look at social safety nets, they think of the edge case, like the 3% that is in fact taking advantage of it. They don't think of like all the other people. And like, so when they're like, we should cut SNAP because of freeloaders, I'm like, 131,000 veterans rely on SNAP. Shut the fuck up. You're going to indirectly impact veterans. We need to cut HUD because there's a lot of people that know to be on it. HUD VASH, you just harmed HUD VASH. Like every one of those programs that they want to rip apart, they're going to harm veterans when they do it.
Don't you love how when it's such a low percentage of fraud, they want to tear it apart, but when it's like 1% of people are intersex and we're talking about gender, they're like, you just got to ignore those edge cases. There's so edge cases, they barely count.
Well, here's the thing on that, right? So for one, they don't believe that it's only 3% that are, quote, taking advantage of the system. They think it's far widespread and pressing. And then they think that the 1% of individuals that make up the United States population of the LGBTQ, well, mostly it's just the trans community, but what they think on that one is that you guys are pressing your beliefs onto the other 99%, and we're not dealing with that fake ideology shit. And sorry, I was reading your comment. Thanks, Megan. Distraction. I'm always distracted.
Sorry, my comments were broken.
Yeah, you're fixed. But what I wanted to come up here real quick on was Monica mentioned Ukraine, Russia, and my spidey senses went, woo, me?
Yes, you.
Sorry, no, the cat.
Your time to shine, babe.
Come up for attention. If you guys have not checked it out, I did put up a Substack this morning while I was at work. Shh, don't tell anybody. That is going over Donald Trump's presented 28-point plan to Ukraine and Russia, which, to be clear about, Ukraine already said no broski, NATO already said no broski, because he's making demands on behalf of not only Ukraine, NATO, but also the EU, the entirety of the EU.
Yeah. They were like, no.
He's making demands of countries that he hasn't even spoke to and left out of negotiations.
He's like trying to put no NATO expansion in there. You don't get to ask that of them without talking to them.
Exactly. Not to talk. Yeah, you got to talk to the other 32
world
countries.
Do you live in?
What? We are not the king of NATO. Like, you are not or we're not even a part of the EU. Where does he get off trying to make demands of the European Union, telling them to invest $100 billion into Ukraine's infrastructure, which I'm sure they would anyways. But there's literally, and it's all about profit. Out of all of this, there's literally a line in there that says United States will get 50% of all profits. Literally a line in there. So if you haven't read it yet, I broke it all down with some of my thought processes, because it was just like, whoa, it was so crazy. What, Crow?
You just reminded me in that last bit of what I wanted to even come up and talk about on Olives this morning before she abandoned me. I was it is it's the 3 trillion number they keep fucking yelling about with tariffs. I had to go find the source, and it was the projections from when they first implemented the blanket tariffs, and it was a 10-year projection, assuming the tariffs remained, imports stayed the same, and consumer spending stayed the same. So that 3 trillion numbers was a 10-year number that meant nothing changed from that moment for 10 years. So that's where that 3 trillion number they keep saying is coming from. Within 30 days, none of that data was relevant anymore.
to mention, like, that's why Scott Bessent kept saying that the tariffs were here to stay. The tariffs were here to stay. Like, there was an implication behind there that nobody was listening to, and that's what I didn't bring up that exact point. But when everyone's like, but these tariffs are great and it's a negotiation tactic, I'm like, how is it a negotiation tactic when we're constantly being told that they're here to stay and they're not going anywhere anytime soon? Like, that's not negotiation.
Right. No, they just lie. They just lie about everything.
Yeah. But yeah, so Russia, Ukraine, United States has, well, specifically Trump has threatened to cut off military intelligence sharing once again if Ukraine doesn't agree to the ceasefire, which, mind you, Russia literally gives up nothing. They give up nothing, and they get everything that they've been asking for. Well, not everything, but the majority of everything that they've been asking for since March of 2022, when they first entered negotiations to end the war originally, in the very early stages of when it was full-on war. Like, they have to demilitarize. They cannot join NATO ever. They have to put that in their constitution. NATO has to add a statute that says Ukraine will never join us.
Yeah, they're not going to, which he already said no, but like they would never agree to that anyway. Who would?
And they give up all of their land that they are occupied.
Yeah, we're not doing appeasement. No, thank you.
You know, you remember, like, those of us that are millennials, remember when America stands us, we do not negotiate with T-Rex?
Oh my God, I heard it so much even here in Canada.
I'm going to take your powers away.
RJ's just... I was like, who invited me to turn on my camera?
Menace.
I don't really care enough.
RJ being a menace.
Yeah.
I
We grew up in that era.
gotta be honest, your sticker was covering on this device. It was covering up Chris's name, so I muted because I was like, is this an op?
No, my fault. Here, let me
I
move
couldn't
it.
tell.
I'll move it. There.
There. I was like, I just thought he was an op for a second. I'm like, wait. And then I clicked and I'm like, never mind, that's Chris. And then everyone else is talking. I'm like, never mind, I won't re-interrupt. But yeah, if y'all want to go check out my Substacky and read it. It is a little bit long. I even put a little thing like, if you made it this far, thanks.
Hi, Chris.
Hello. I don't know if you have noticed, but all the degrees that are being reclassified as non-professional are all in fields that have to do with helping people.
Yep.
So in turn, it's going to screw people that are, especially in marginalized communities, over so hard. And I don't even care if my career is deemed as non-professional. I just worry about them because I'll give an example. I have 10 families that I have to figure out Thanksgiving for by next week.
Right. Yeah.
And so it's just
It's not even just hurting the people in the professions. It's hurting the people that those people in those professions help.
right. And
This was the business degree. I'm like, wait, one of these things is not like the other. Why are you here?
Right.
What? Business degrees are being removed too?
Yeah. It was like all the helper positions, so like teachers, nurses, all that kind of stuff, and then abruptly business degree.
like,
Oh, well,
I'll,
for fuck's sake, I guess I'm not going back to get my master's. Jesus.
and I'll just be transparent with you guys. If I weren't to get paid for what I'm doing, I would be happy. I don't even care.
Right.
I just love what I do.
No, people get paid because we live in capitalism. But there are people. That's what I say for my communist society that everybody hates.
Right.
Is that people would just do it because some people just love it. You know.
No, I'm so against people being like, well, you should just do it because you love it. Not like individual choice, obviously, but telling people to do that, lowering our pay because we get such. I'm like, no. We bust our ass. We deserve to be paid just as much for the work that you people don't want to do for sure. And we do not deserve to be devalued because our positions are viewed as helping and therefore should be voluntary because we get personal satisfaction out of it. It's bullshit.
had this conversation when I was in marketing when I asked for a raise once, and my boss was like, "What is this job all about money to you?" And I'm like, "Oh, here's the thing. I fucking love doing marketing. I'm very good at it. I enjoy the work, and you're right. I don't care about the money, but oddly enough, my mortgage company really hung up about it. The utility company really fucking pressed about money. So like, it's not me. I promise. It's not me. It's them. They care about money. I just happen to be the middleman here.
Yeah, it's like I don't care about the money, but that doesn't stop the bills. The bills
I
are
wrote it into my bylaws of my nonprofit that I was like, yeah, sure, our board can't be compensated for being a board, but for every other job they do, they can. Everyone else deserves compensation.
Yeah, the last few that are listed are weird. Architecture, accounting, and an engineering master's degrees.
Are you kidding me?
Mother Hen
is math. What the
Mother Hen just did a good call out.
Mother Hen did
Almost
bring up a good
everything on
point.
that list, almost all of that list has strong unions.
Yeah.
Can you guys send that to me, please? Or put it in my Discord? I don't care which.
Yeah, let's see if I can find
I don't know. It's just I think that professions, and especially in like the healthcare field, the social work field, anything that has to do with people, like, and I don't want to like this is excluding myself. If you're gonna be in that profession or in that field, you have to, in some way, shape, or form, have had experience through that field. Like, Monica, I think you know a little bit of my past when it comes to social services and stuff. But, like, just being able to go through the system and kind of understand a little bit of what these people are going through and what they need makes it very special. But what this administration is doing, especially to women, because all these fields are women-dominated fields, is very harmful, and it's going to do more harm to other people than they realize.
Well, again, we don't value women and femmes' work and traditional contribution that we also box them into to society.
This is going to ruin my plan to get my CPA licensure next year. Like, for fuck's sake.
Just come get it in Canada.
Do my education. Only if stuff from the United States transfers over. I can't do anything like that.
I think you can test. Anyway.
Anyways. No, I just mean I know I have to renew parts of my education because I've been out of college for almost 10 years now. So it's like, I know I have to take renewal courses, but I already meet one of the requirements for this state in come February. So I just need to do some updated classes, and I guess that's gonna be out of pocket. Okay, thanks, federal fucking government and your piece of.
Can I just say I'm glad to have friends like Ari because I fucking hate
Wow,
tax
Crow.
discussions.
Wow, Crow.
No. This is a very specific skill set reason.
Very
I like having friends like Ari because I fucking hate discussing taxes. It is the most dry, boring motherfucking shit on the planet. So I like being able to go, hey, Ari, hey, everyone's dead. Be boring for me.
Have this monotonous discussion for me on my behalf so I don't have to. Imagine always being the person in the room when they're like, you're a math person, can you do this? I'm like, I choose not to math today. Please don't make me.
No, Soroski. No. Did someone say?
That's my point. Like, I fucking hate that shit. It's so fucking bone dry, and I'm like, I don't want to do this. Where's one of my math people?
You put it in bright colors or something for me? I don't know.
Quick
That's why I
little-
like Excel. It's colorful.
Well, yeah, so
Quick
it
little-
reminds me, talking about taxes almost reminds me of the movie Matilda when they have to make the room all boring for when Miss Trunchbull comes in. I'm like, I don't want to do this.
And I also realized inversely for other people, talking about the inner workings of law and policy are boring, and that shit fucking fires me up.
Yeah. Chris, what were you saying?
Quick little plug. After you end, Megan and I decided that we're gonna do a mid-afternoon movie
Woohoo.
night thingy.
What are you
Guess
watching?
What do you think?
What do you think? We're watching Wicked.
Because, and I cannot stress this enough, bullying works, folks. I'm just kidding.
Only within friend groups, though. It doesn't count outside.
So, Monica, you're on my server. You're always invited.
Excited. Oh god, I'm so excited for tomorrow. I can't even tell you.
Oh my god. The fact that I'm not dressing up.
Tippy tapped keyboard stuff.
I am dressing up.
I'm just saying I'm exhibiting self-control and I'm proud of myself. But I wanted to go back to something Crow said, way back. If
Permission given to eat me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, it's not fun when you count yourself down. With like the corporations not wanting to pay the people, but also wanting people to like who's their profits. I think it's kind of like a not in my backyard situation. I think corporations view them the same way as we view the house, or people view the houseless. It's like somebody else will pay the people who pay us, and we'll keep these ones down. Like, but it's somebody else's responsibility to ensure that there's still money in the economy to keep us going.
That's why I always make the point of like, I dream of obsolescence. I say this all the fucking time when I have conversations. Like, I dream of a world where my current job doesn't exist.
Hi, babe.
That's all.
She turned into a seagull. That's not what the dentist is supposed to do.
Are you on Hugs?
No. So this was basically a consultation. Anybody want to take a wild guess on how much my dental stuff is going to cost?
Over
$1,000.
Over 1,000.
Way over $1,000, Crow. That's rookie shit. Someone give a bigger number guess.
I said 8.
10K. 10K.
8.
$16,000.
What the fuck?
Oh, so twice what I said.
Fuck.
So, hold on. I'm trying to make sure. Okay, sorry.
Are you getting like gold teeth or something?
No, my teeth are that fucked.
Jesus.
So, long story
You need
short,
extractions and
this is
implants.
all the it's mainly extractions. There is about 2. Okay, so mainly extractions. I have 6 extractions because these teeth are fucked. And then there's about 3 root canals. And then the majority of the payment is more cosmetic. So what's happening is, just so everyone is aware, so people don't get pissed off, next week, Tuesday, I will not be live. Crow, did you hear me? Next week, Tuesday, I will not be live.
You can tell me that. That won't make me more okay with it.
He'll be fine now, and then Tuesday's gonna roll around. He's gonna be like, "Fucking goddamn!"
And then I'm gonna So next week, Tuesday, I have to go in, and they're basically doing cleaning and filling. And then sometime next month, I have to go in and do the extractions. Because guess what? If you don't take care of your teeth at fucking 23
It would be
years old,
cheaper
you
for you to fucking fly down to Mexico at this point.
Well,
You're not kidding. You're not fucking
I'm not
kidding.
even kidding. No.
I have the exact same condition that Crystal does, actually. Mine is just not as advanced as hers. And her and I have discussed this before. To get the work done on my teeth that I need, and similarly the work she does to like have teeth in her fucking face, you're talking $20,000-$30,000.
Yes.
For some shit that we were born with.
Yeah, literally the flight, the hotel stay, the procedure, and the flight back would be fucking cheaper than what you get charged here. It's crazy.
Well,
so
this is where, because I see my favorite Canadian, and I can hear my favorite Canadian.
Who's about to have a combust because they got the universal.
I know. I'm
The
aneurysm.
$16,000 is being covered. Like, it's because of insurance costs. If I didn't have insurance, this would cost about $30,000.
Oh my God. So you are absolutely meaning 16,000. Okay, we can have a legit lesbian wedding for less. Get you over here, get your dental care done, stick around for a couple months after. Honestly, it was a U-Haul decision. We just got a divorce after less than a year. That's typical.
I'll take out a personal loan, Olive.
Absolutely not.
Well, the thing is, and this is where I say, right, being someone who is still trying to understand her own political standpoint, and that is a pink light, not red, thank you. This is where I will never understand why Trump supporters get mad about the idea of, number 1, universal health care. Number 2, the idea of being able to help others when it comes to these things. You don't think teeth are so important. I'm over here shooting the shit with the dentist being like, what if we just rip all my teeth out and I can get dentures, and then on different holidays I can paint them like Christmas lights? And my anxiety was through the fucking roof. I'll just leave it at that.
And you're not on TRICARE anymore, are you?
Nope. Nope.
Because like that was Yeah, because that'd be a lot different under TRICARE.
Well, but even under TRICARE, it would still cost close to $15,000 because the dental coverage for TRICARE is separate than the medical. And then on top of that, as I'm having this conversation with the dentist, I'm overhearing a gentleman who practically needs the top part of his teeth needs to be gone completely. They're that bad. It is going to cost him almost $45,000. 45. 405. And again, this is when I echo Trump supporters. Does it make me that radical for wanting to have universal health care? Does it make me that radical to sit here and have a conversation about health insurance and health coverage? Because I will never, ever fucking understand why some old white man wants to tell me I'm radical, all because I want to make sure that my friends, my family, and regardless of who the person is, that they're actively being taken care of. That is the biggest thing I will never, ever understand.
Ari's got a good point. Get a second estimate.
Well, so the thing is, though, is especially out here, it is hard to find places that will take the insurance that my mom has. Me at my big age of 23 is still on mommy's insurance because there are jobs out here. Number one, can't find a job that has insurance. Number two, there is no job places that have health insurance that will benefit me. On top of that, right, this isn't even my primary care doctor. We're going to talk about primary care doctor, and I don't care there's over 300 people in here. Being a woman who has polycystic ovarian syndrome, being a woman who has dealt with reproductive issues, being someone who has been through the ringer when it comes to my own medical history has been hard and has been damaging. I can't even imagine adding on top of that the issues. But on the bright side, they did my vitals, and I am officially below 200 pounds.
Oh.
So there is no needing for any type of fundraiser. My mom has been able to help you guys actually with the stuff you do send me goes towards dental stuff.
I'm like, are you sure? Because we can fundraise.
No, 100%. Everything is fine. The biggest thing that I
Still
want to
send
take
Olive
care of,
money. Don't listen to her. Send her money.
I was going to say
personally, what I want to
she's gonna need
what I
food.
want to take personally what I want to take care of is just the actual pain, right? Specifically, we saw what I was dealing with for like months at a time, where my mouth was in
You were
so
in
much pain.
pain.
I was in tremendous pain. I was wishing. Oh, never mind. I'll turn my camera. Fine, Blue.
wishing.
Oh yeah.
I was swishing whiskey to stop the pain. I was, putting garlic oil and garlic salt on my mouth. I was doing the fucking like Googling, trying to figure out how to stop pain. But other than that, everything's fine. This appointment went good. Now the issue is I have to wait for the apartment to call me back because they're on lunch.
Right.
But from Manny's application we put in, beneficial. So all I had to do is put my half in, and then hopefully we have a new apartment.
Woohoo!
Speaking of that, Monica, I don't want anything. I don't want you to tell me anything for what I'm about to say. But
Oh no.
Olive, in January, there's going to be something going your way, something going out Blue's way. Monica, there's definitely going to be something going your way, because I like to help you guys out.
No, it's not that I'll tell you anything. You're an adult. You can make your own decisions. I just don't want to put anybody else in a bind to help me. You know what I mean?
I do what I want.
If you want to send something my way, I would rather you send it to Scarlett.
That's true. Scarlett needs help right now.
Okay.
I have, as I'm sitting here complaining about dental insurance and dental issues and stuff like that, there is someone in the community who has been dealing with issues where her boyfriend is now deported. I haven't heard any other information from her whatsoever. I will be uploading a video probably today, pending when I can. But Scarlett's pay links are in my BIO if people want to help out. Long story short, Scarlett's boyfriend got picked up by ICE. They were trying to charge him under a lame duck issue with a traffic stop. He has been here for over 30 years and he is now being deported. He had the opportunity to do self-deportation. I said, no, we're going to deport you ourselves. And I would rather know that someone who has been following me since I've been on this app is taken care of.
I want to know what Tyler means by how much of my money are you able to take from me? I'm talking about everybody's money because we pay taxes. So nobody's taking money from you, Tyler. What are you talking about?
Why are you complaining? Why are you complaining about the idea of taking care of your neighbor? Are you a Christian, Tyler?
Well, first of all, you're not my neighbor. So
Answer my question, Tyler. Are you a Christian?
I don't know why that matters.
I think you should step on Legos and slip in campus. I have no time to argue with stupidity like you. To me,
that means yes, but I don't want to talk about my book and how I'm supposed to help my neighbors.
You are taught to love thy neighbor as you love thyself. You are taught to take care of your neighbor as you should take care of yourself. I don't have the time to argue with minute little mediocre white boys on the fucking internet. At this point in time, when I'm having discussions with a Trump supporter, if you're not going to be genuine, you are going to be kicked. I give two fucks.
Did you kick him?
I did. I'm sorry.
Okay. He just said he scrolled away, so I was trying to make sure that was a purposeful thing, so I didn't bring him back up. But.
Nope. I have, after yesterday.
Well, no, and that's why I just don't think what I wanted to understand from Tyler is, like, I don't think he understood what our conversation was about. Our conversation was about the fact that we know that we could do universal health care, which would turn into preventative health care, and it would be cheaper than what we're doing now. Like, we know that. It's not that you're being mean, Tyler. I just think you don't understand what you're talking about or what we're talking about. We just know by numbers that universal health care is more beneficial and it's cheaper.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. No, I do know what you're talking about. I just disagree with it.
Why?
Because I don't think it's fair for you or anybody to take money out of my pocket that I've earned to give to
It's my
somebody
money.
else.
I'm not. It's my money.
What is your money?
The taxes that would pay for it.
Yeah, sure. And we already have taxes. So why aren't those paying for it?
Because the government gets lobbied by health insurance companies, so they don't do it.
Oh, I don't disagree with that. If you're talking about using the current tax to...
Yes, absolutely.
We're not talking about raising people's taxes.
Nope.
Sure. Okay. Well, I'd be okay with that.
Cool. Reach out to your Congress people about doing that, Tyler. That was it. That was all I was saying. I wasn't taking anything more from you than we already take. Actually, eventually it would be less than what you're getting taken out.
Well, and it's take it from somebody in one. It's great.
I just think it's so funny that these people get their panties in a twist when we give the idea of wanting to help one another. Again, these are people who primarily...
even if it did cost you a little more.
Like, what would you look? And this is what I
military though. We need more tanks.
It doesn't though.
Like, in reality, right?
No,
So all the Trump supporters in the chat, right? I want you to sit with this. If you knew that having to be more taxed in the higher class, right? You make enough money to be able to be taxed where you won't see any kind of pain, rather than continuing to tax the middle class higher than the upper class and then continually making the middle class the lower class.
Tyler, even if it does cost more, I'm saying even if it does, why wouldn't you want to help your fellow man? But it doesn't. We have the plan laid out. It does not, by fact.
You know, Crow could understand this. Crow, you know what I always used to question when I was a kid? How come we don't have a thing like TRICARE for everyone?
I say the same thing. What's the phrase that a friend taught me? We hand out socialism to kids in poverty to get them to fight to defend capitalism.
Yep. It's so silly to me. You would rather want to make sure that our DoD budget is so high, but yet our entire Department of Education is being dismantled as we speak. While we have these conversations where ICE is getting more funding than our own fucking Marine Corps, which in general, in the DoD budget, I think they should expand their mental health, but I don't even think that's within the DoD, right? Again, as I say, no, not DOW, Alec. I'm not going to fulfill your little fantasy with Pete Kegsbreath and Donald Rump.
It's not until Congress changes it. That's not his name. That's just how that works. Congress has not changed it. So
it's a nickname.
Actually, yeah, it's a nickname.
Because Alec is a transphobe. Alec was already posting comments about Riley Gaines. It's not a nickname. It's a preferred name. It's their chosen name. Department, you're right. We should be not using the Department of Justice, which is its dead name. We should call it by its chosen name.
I think you give them a little bit too much credit because of the fact that they're not aware that it needs to go through Congress. So I think you give them too much credit, Monica.
Well, yeah, they
I wanted to touch on something that was said because, like, one of my favorite verses in the entire Bible is Acts 2:44 through 45. All the believers were together and had everything in common. They sold property and possessions to give to anyone who had need.
You said, slow down, I am none of those things. Then why would you be talking about Riley Gaines when we were talking about healthcare?
Why did you ignore me when I asked you about it?
Oliver, are you going live?
I probably will not go live until close to 3:34 Central. If need be, I might do my get stuffed at 8, 9 o'clock. It's just I'm not near a computer. You can see I got bars. I don't know how good my service is going to be. I don't know why it's
Who my service gonna be?
I made I made a friends only video because I was complaining about James Charles. And I was replaying it and I had to put a funny sound on because I had to put a funny voice effect over because I was like, I ain't from here. Why the fuck do I sound like that?
My God.
My Yankee is going away.
Bye, Linda. We love you. I'm so sorry that you're off to the last day of work because they laid you off, and I love you so much. Have a wonderful Friday, friend.
Oh, hey.
I had one more.
Go.
Go ahead, Carl.
I just had one more that I wanted to cite to the weirdos that claim my faith in chat. This is direct from Big J in the sky himself. Matthew 19:21. If you want to be perfect, go, sell your possessions and give to the poor, and you will have treasure in heaven. Then come and follow me.
I'm so sad. And like, I want to show my I did my makeup this morning. I went, oh, that's better. That's fine. You can't tell what I'm doing.
You did your makeup this morning. It's a choice.
I'm just getting into the holiday spirit. What you mean, Megan?
Pyro blush is the new eyeshadow,
Well,
I guess.
I will do it. Don't tempt me. I will do it.
Chicky didn't have a good filter though. She used the wrong one.
But no, I mean, again, like, I'm sitting here and I was talking to the dentist and I was on the phone with my mom. Who did that?
Audie said no. She said TikTok can still see.
Okay, fine.
That's fair. That's fair because they know that the filter is on, so they can see. Yeah.
Sorry. This makes me sad.
Monty, I've decided that you can call me friend again.
Oh, well, thank you. I was like, it's just a part of my. I don't mean it as anything negative. It's just a part of my vocabulary to people.
And I realize that. And it's not that deep. So, but you cannot call me buddy.
That's absolutely fine. That's not. I don't really use that. I don't think.
I also do want to
If I do, it's insulting, so I would never say it to you.
Well, Olive went full gingerbread. I do want to say, I see we had 144K likes in here. You guys did such a great
You
job.
guys did so great.
I'm so proud of all of you.
Numbers now. I'm very, very happy.
Let me boop some snoots and give some head pats, and maybe if you're really good, maybe some forehead kisses. You just gotta ask permission from Manny first, and if I can get paid for it, that's great.
I would just want to quickly say, Crow, I would love to see a You and Blue You Aren't Christian live because I just had to destroy a Christian I grew up with when they were telling me their quotes. Trans is not part of God's plan, and I said source that in the Bible, and then they failed.
They can't.
Like I say every single day, Monty, I'm extremely proud of you, and I'm very thankful to be your friend, and I root for your success every day.
Thank you. I appreciate you being here and supporting
You
me.
know, maybe what I'll do is I'll host a live and I'll do the fun bubbles. People don't like that still, but I miss my TikTok friends. I was sitting in here, I'm like, damn, I have no friends. Everyone's live.
We're watching Wicked in my server if you want to join.
Cool.
It's true. Movie.
But yeah. And then gotta go gotta look through the apartment and the townhome, but that may not happen until maybe Saturday. So oh shit, what? Thanks, Leah, for the snail. I didn't see it, but it's cute. I'm assuming.
Can you let me down gently? I had a really bad night last night, and I still need to recover.
Absolutely. I will let you down gently right now.
See you at Wicked, Chris.
Okay, bye.
Oh, Ari, you're always so busy.
Yeah.
Nobody talks to me outside of lives, Ari, except for Dan.
That's not. Shut the fuck up. Nuh-uh.
You know what, Ari? I'm not going to be like these people. I'm not going to fucking try and put on you. I suck. I suck. We'll just say it that way. I suck.
There's times where I just unplug and I'm just out of there, and then I feel, but it'll be like an hour and a half or something, and I haven't checked Discord or anything. I'm just like zoned into what I'm watching, and then I'm like, oh shit, what if somebody needed me? Like, I feel like an asshole. I'm like, I need to go back in and look.
I feel like I should also add, I
that
also
is
don't
so
talk to anyone
cute!
outside of live, so.
Thank you, Leah.
Why does Gary look like he's wow? Gary became TikTok-fied.
He said,
no, see, so I have a thing on my phone through Monday through Thursday at 9 o'clock. My phone turns off all the notifications so I can sleep. Friday through Saturday, they are open, but when I go to bed, they turn off. So, friendly reminder if people get in contact with me, unless you have my phone number, which is easier to contact me by, on Discord and stuff, I don't really keep things up.
Do I think Trump is a hypnotist?
No, he's not smart enough.
I mean, he got a lot of people to believe some dumb shit. I don't know how he did it. So maybe.
He would have had
Easy
to hire
talk.
someone and not pay them.
He hired a hypnotist.
I gave you number, Kayla.
Kayla, give me number.
Okay. I thought I already gave you my number, Kayla. MSN is crazy.
What was in their name?
Not Swarovski saying no. I know. Did you get any fun ones?
Hypocrite? No. Hypnotist, no. Hypocrite, yes.
You know where I live? What?
My husband uses AOL. He still has an AOL account. I have a Yahoo account. And then
Money
Gmail
can
account.
be hypnotizing. Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
I'm waiting to see if Manny gets out soon. He's like, I'm gonna try to get off between 1 and 1:30, and I'm like, okay. 'Cause I
wait
can't do
for
anything
you.
with the. I can't do anything for the apartment. I can probably do my application, but I don't know how I can show I get paid by TikTok. Because I'm the co-applicant, and like I was sitting in the waiting room, and I was like panicking. I'm like, I don't get like normal people pay. Am I gonna be bad for the application? Is it gonna ruin things? No, it's not. From what I found out on the internet.
No, well, good.
Hopefully, I might recall him and be like, hey, so I googled this. Make sure my brain doesn't go crazy.
Oh, now starts the stomach grumbling.
I can go and start my little circle lives.
Okay.
So people can come and hang out and chit chat for a little bit.
Like I said, you also don't have to. They can just call us out again when there's nobody on live.
Like I was scrolling through and I'm like, a lot of people. I got so many messages from people. They're like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, I made a post that I wasn't gonna go live today. I posted it on my little bubble this morning.
You had been telling people.
Right, I was
Doesn't
saying I
matter.
have a dentist.
It doesn't matter.
appointment.
Doesn't matter how much warning. They like routine. Audie has done it before when I'm like, I don't think I'm going to go live. They're like, I understand, and you can do what you want, but also,
Yeah, right. For real. But no, I'll do my little bubble so we can sit and just shoot the shit for a minute, and then I will probably go live tonight. I'm not gonna take Ari's time, but I'll probably go live about 8 Central.
I am starting to think about taking Monica's time slot on Mondays because you don't go live.
I do not.
Why you gonna do that? That's the whole day of ours, Megan. I'm kidding.
You just last Monday you looked tired from doing that. You were like, because Monica, you were like, because you'll go live, and I was like, no, I don't go live. You're like, fuck, it's Monday.
No, I don't know. I've been in.
I'm Canadian. I thought it would be really fun to do Maple Maga Monday.
No, I'm giving you shit.
Well, come give Maple Mega shit.
No, we give each other shit. Nobody owns a time slot.
No, there is no time.
Fuck it, I'm time slot.
There is no time slot. The only time slot I have is in the morning at 8 Central, but that's it. I really don't have any other time slots, but that's just
Yes, you can go see Wicked now, which, by the way, I had mentioned this at the beginning of my life. I'm going to mention it at the end. I have live access on my backup now, but I'm pretty sure I still need to go through like the whole, routine thingy of like 3 consecutive days of 30 minutes at a time. You can't bring up guests, blah, 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 blah. So I'll probably do that this weekend, like at night, but it'll be like at night. So again, you don't have to pop in. Nobody has to come in. If you see my backup account live this weekend, it's not because we're doing anything interesting. Because I can't. It'll
I would
just
just
be
play. I
yeah.
would just put up a background and play music.
That was
There's
my
a
plan.
bug in here.
Oh my god, Leah! Thank you for the fireworks. Yeah, that was my plan. Is just to kind of put music on. I'll probably be singing to it in the background and maybe working on my book that I have writer's block on. So we're just gonna do that. But
I didn't know
put
you
the
were
cat
working
on
on
the
a
camera.
book.
There you go, cat cam.
I have some dumb news.
Oh no.
News. I was just 3 hours ago, House called a vote to pass another one of those dumb condemnation
shit.
bills. Like you remember like 3 years ago they did that we're condemning communism thing. They just did it again to condemn the horrors of socialism ahead of Mamdami's visit with Trump.
Yep.
Yeah, no. So what I'll do is I will go live on my phone, so people can't complain, right? I currently am in my helicopter. I don't need to lose my main account because I don't remember my backup account name. So I go do bubbles. If you don't like the bubbles, you don't have to stay. It's just gonna be us talking, and people need to update me on the news because I have not looked at ground news at all today. So.
And if you want to get off the TikTok apps, we're streaming Wicked and Chris's server.
Mm-hmm.
Come defy gravity with us.
Completely off topic. Did you guys see Chris Daughtry in his comments on the
did.
roller? Do you know how happy I was this morning?
I feel bad for him that he got the like rep that he wasn't, but I'm glad he clarified. Like absolutely the fuck not.
I mean, I don't assume until they say something or I see some actions that are done. And those that are MAGA, I will not listen to any new music. So Ari, Chris Daughtry, there was an AI video going around basically saying that he was supporting Trump. He did something for, what did he do? He did something, or there was an AI video and they claimed that he did something for Turning Point USA and that he supported, CK and Trump and stuff like that. And he came out and said, no, I don't. That stuff's bullshit. I'm very much a pro human rights, anti-Trump type of thing, anti Turning Point, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
So
no, I was glad he was like, I'm for LGBTQ rights. I'm for all. Like he was like, absolutely not.
86 Democrats voted yes on that resolution.
I was mad on my Twitter.
They're
I was mad on my Twitter.
capitalists.
I was like, you guys don't even fucking know what it is. You don't know what
Did you-
socialism is.
apparently there's another thing going around that Zoran is telling challengers of Jeffries to kind of back down. Something briefly that was talked about yesterday. I'd have to relook into it again. But you gotta go eat, so go ahead. I will start my little circle bubble.
I'm gonna drop all of you. I love you so much.
Love you.
Crow would say, love you. If he said it at all. But we love you, Crow. Thank you guys so much for being here this week. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for kicking out the goal. I'm trying to bring it up because my computer's running slow, but let's make sure we get it. Thank you, Janine, and thank you, Todd, and thank you, Lynatti, and thank you, Jess. Thank you guys so, so much. I appreciate the help. I truly do. Promise you I'm not spending it all away. I am using it for gas and just to get through. Those SNAP benefits came in, but we don't get a lot. So that, ends up gone with everything else. We did get a turkey for Thanksgiving, though. We did do that. So now we just got to get the sides, spend it at the club. Lynette, I wish. And I got my Wicked tickets months ago. So I've been ready. So if anything, get myself an extra large popcorn. I appreciate you guys so, so much. I will be back next week, anywhere, but on Tuesday. It's usually 10 a.m. now, Mountain Time, but it has been a little bit like today was like 5 minutes earlier. Give me a little credit. But I keep my set time where I keep it. So Tuesday, 10 a.m. Mountain Time, whatever time that is for you guys. Remember, I do have a Discord. If you were not part of the Discord, you can find that link in my bio. Try copying and pasting it into a separate browser if it's not working for you. Otto, you won't be around on Tuesday. Okay. There's a little bit of verification, but then we can get you in there. You can have all the fun conversations. We are in there, not just during live chats. We are in there during the weekend and stuff too, posting whenever, whatever. I do post the entirety of my lives every single day, the next day onto YouTube. I'll watch out for they're going to be the parking lot gulls who are looking for popcorn, Ben. That's what it's going to be. So again, you guys did wonderful with the taps today and the shares and being there and supporting. You guys are always here, whether I have 600 people in here or whether I have 90 people in here. And I always just appreciate that support, that we're here to talk about and fight this administration, even if the ops aren't here to talk about it. And so I love that. Olive has said that they are going to go live, do a little hangout. If you want to do that, we can go and raid Olive. So go ahead and put Monty Raid in there if you decide to do that. If not, you can be in Chris's Discord. They're going to stream Wicked to get us all ready. We have to be ready. And I will see you guys next week. I love you all so much. Take care of yourselves. Unplug when you need to. Go see Wicked for good, because if you're not, I don't know what you are doing. And yeah, just take care of yourselves. I love you all.